Hello, Drift fans, and welcome to what we call True North. This is round 5 of the Formula Drift Blackmagic Pro Championship, presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. We're at Autodrome at St. Eustache. I'm Jared Dienda, Ryan Sage. Ryan, it's raining a little bit here. The forecast, what's it look like, and how's it feel to be back up here? You know, we're in America's hat, some people call it, but we call it True North.
Yeah, no, I think this is aptly named, you know, the Irwindale of the North for sure. We saw some incredible action last year. This is where the championship started shifting back to Frederick Osbo as he had a really big win here. The fans are amazing. It looks like the weather tomorrow is going to be perfect. Today we will have a little bit of weather to deal with, but we will get qualifying started on time as the drivers are practicing right now and finishing up, getting used to these conditions.
Yeah, you mentioned Osbo. He's won here twice in a row. Can he make it 3 in a row? And this track has a lot of history, a lot of true drivers from Canada, as well as, you know, American drivers. Ryan Turk, he's been competing up here in numerous years. So it's really great to see these high horsepower, these caliber of vehicles come up to this iconic track, as you call it, the Irwindale of the North. So we're talking about icons. Do we have a making of one? James Dean, he has been on fire. He's the man to beat. The target is on his back. Would you say that, Ryan?
I would say it certainly is squarely on his back right now. I mean, he's had a phenomenal season so far. There's some questions about whether or not he could carry momentum after that big win in Long Beach. He had an incredible battle here against Castro in Orlando. Did not get the result that he wanted, but came back strong at Road Atlanta, one of a driver's favorite courses in the entire season, and has just looked consistent, strong, and has kind of that Frederick Osbo style type formula.
I think it's really worked out for him. You know, we saw him a few years ago. Now he's back. He's in a car that he's very comfortable with, and he has a driving style unlike any others. It's kind of like the Daigo effect when Daigo came in. So I think James Dean has that kind of offering, the caliber of driving. He's behind the wheel. I mean, we're just at Goodwood, UK. He went to Poland. He went to there. He is constantly behind the wheel of the drift machine.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He is a drifters for sure. And we're seeing here some action in New Jersey. Didn't get the win, but stayed consistent. A nice finish for him. But we're starting to see the championship kind of tighten up a little bit. Even though James does have the lead, we're seeing Christoph Spluce and Michael Essa really make a charge for it. And it's looking like it's going to be a crazy season as you include guys like Dean Carney and Vaughn Gittin Jr. on the outside trying to make their way back up into that top 5.
People ask me, you know, we're over the hump. We're at round 5. People say, who's going to win? Well, a testament to that, look at the standings here. It can really be anybody's game. Michael Essa, he's sitting there in 2nd. Frederick Osbo 3rd. Ryan Turk 4th. Odi Bakshi's in 5th.
And Christoph Spluce, we've seen him just have an incredible season. That amazing happening at Road Atlanta, which was certainly one for the history books. Then Dean Carney in 7th. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Matt Kaufman, and Alex Hilburn rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, your defending champion Chris Forsberg, you know, doing the engine change to that turbo VQ. Not working out for him right now, but from talking to his team, they say it's looking dialed. It's looking like where it should have been at round 1. That's the point they're at, so they're feeling a lot more comfortable with that vehicle setup. So it's anybody's game here up until this point. Well, let's take a different perspective with a gum-out track review from Ryan Turk.
What's up, guys? I'm Ryan Turk. We are here at Formula Drift Canada, St. Eustache Autodrome, just outside of Montreal. This is actually where I started my competition career back in 2005 at this same exact track. Now we're here with Formula D. I love this place. I love the fans. I'm going to bring you the course preview right now. Launch the start line, 1st gear. Quick upshift to 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Enter in 4th gear with a handbrake. You want a little bit of angle, probably mid. On the oval turn, up on the wall, but not too close because there's a lot of fingers that want to grab you on that wall, just like New Jersey. So you keep it high and tight. As you exit the oval turn, you want to pour on a little bit of angle. Transition back, still in 4th gear for the 1st inner clip. Transition really quick right after the 1st inner clip to the outside wall zone. And you want to drag your bumper on that as long as you possibly can, fill in the entire zone, and then get back on the gas immediately so you stay on track. Nail the next outside zone, let off the gas, do a little downshift, and then bring it on in on throttle to the 2nd inner clip. You floor it all the way down that straightaway, transition back, and finish strong with a 3rd inner clip on gas. Fans are stoked, track is full of smoke, and hopefully you get the win.
All right, now let's bring in the 3rd member of the broadcast team up here in the booth, Ryan Lantain, also one of the judges. Ryan, today's format is getting things started here in the wet. What can we expect to see for today's format?
So today we're doing qualifying. During qualifying, each driver gets to do 2 non-consecutive laps. they're going to receive a score for each run. They're going to they're going to keep that higher score. So they're aiming maybe to do a safe lap and then a really, crazy lap to try to get a higher score. And then we're going to have up to 32 drivers into head-to-head competition. And any ties that happen between these drivers, we're going to refer to the lower qualifying score to break that tie.
Now, taking a look at the track map here and what you guys have designed, giving the fans at home an opportunity to see it for themselves, just kind of break down the line and angle aspects of this and what you guys are expecting from the drivers as the judges.
Outside zone 1, you can see is broken up into 2. The first part of outside zone 1 is a little bit wobbly on that wall. It's not exactly round, so we tell them to make a nice smooth arc as close as they can. And then the second part, they want to be really tight to that wall, so as wide as possible. They're going to transition into inside clip 1. At that point, we want some good angle, but not so much that they slow down. We want to make sure that they maintain their speed through there. They're going to transition really quick and aggressively out to the touch and go. From that point, they want to fill outside zone 2 and then get nice and tight on inside clip 2 without slowing down. So that's important. We'll come up to the Excel decel map for tomorrow's competition. And then they're going to finish off at inside clip 3 and finish wide over the finish line.
And you guys have basically allocated points for both line and angle in different sections of the course, depending on those sectors overall, making for a total of 100 points. But a big chunk of that goes to style. Tell us what style is and what that represents.
Initiation, fluidity, commitment. You're going to hear us talk about IFC, which is the short for those 3 titles right there. Initiation, are they initiating early enough? Are they getting the car to angle quickly? And are they getting back on throttle really soon? Fluidity, how smooth is the car rotating throughout the course? Does the car look really settled? And do they look comfortable in the car? Commitment is how aggressively they're going to throw the car around on the track and make it look a little bit risky. So are they getting the car thrown up to a wall, which might look like, whoa, they're not going to make it, or to the edge of the track? And also using the throttle really well throughout the course and not breaking up the track.
And sometimes when you do take that big risk, it turns into a mistake, and that's why we have runs that we call incomplete. So tell us what the incompletes are in qualifying.
In qualifying here, we only have 3 or 4 things on the list. It's not a very in-depth list. You can see here spinning out is one of them. Opposite drift, so that means drifting in the opposite direction. The car should be at angle at any certain point on the track. And then anything latchable opening on the course. Now, these are the hard and fast rules that we have to give incompletes for, but it doesn't mean that our hands are tied and we can't give incompletes for other things that we deem too excessive on the track as well.
All right, so there you have it. That is the qualifying format. You've heard it here from Judge Ryan Lantain. We'll take a quick break, come right back here to St. Eustache for round 5 of the Formula Drift Championship and qualifying.
You know, at Advance Auto Parts, we have some of the most knowledgeable and helpful people working in our stores. We just thought you should know. Because buying online and picking up your part at the local Advance Auto Parts store is so easy that, well, the most they may get to say to you is, "Hi, here's your part." It's a shame, really. Buy online, pick up in store in 30 minutes. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back on the road.
When you love your car, you wish you could check on it anytime, from anywhere. Blackview cloud-connected dash cams let you do just that. Your Blackview keeps you informed of status changes through alert messages. So when something unusual happens to your car, you can visualize it on your phone with Remote Live View and stop worrying. Blackview over the cloud. Me and my car connected. Find yours at blackview.com.
What's up, guys? I'm Ryan Turk, Formula Drift driver of the Gumout Nameless Performance GT86. This is our 1,000 horsepower inline 6-cylinder engine. To be able to sustain that amount of power for an entire season, you need quality parts and a very quality team to support your effort. That's one of the biggest things that Gumout and I have in common. They use quality ingredients that are proven and tested in a lab, just like a race car is proven and tested on the track. Science in, performance out. It's more than just their tagline. Find out for yourself and pick up a bottle of Gumout today.
Drifting. Shooting. Desert. Short course. The one-stop shop for all your adrenaline needs.
Limits are meant to be pushed. It's the only way progress is made. Some prefer to pace themselves. But I choose to floor it. Chase down your passion. Never halfway. Hankook Tire.
You know, at Advance Auto Parts, we have some of the most knowledgeable and helpful people working in our stores. We just thought you should know. Because buying online and picking up your part at the local Advance Auto Parts store is so easy that, well, the most they may get to say to you is, "Hi, here's your part." It's a shame, really. Buy online, pick up in store in 30 minutes. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back on the road.
The Falcon Wild Peak MT tire features step-down supports to enhance stability and handling while preventing stones from becoming trapped in the grooves. Be ready for any terrain with the Falcon Wild Peak MT.
Turk.
And I'm Chris Forsberg.
We're teaming up this year in Formula Drift, and we're also teaming up with Black Magic Detailing Products.
We've got our fair share of toys in the garage, and we want them to not only run good, but look good doing it.
That's why we're pumped to tell you about a new premium product line from Black Magic. I'm holding it in my hand right now. It's called Intense, and they have taken detailing to a whole new level.
They have all-new wheel cleaner with intense foaming action that slays brake dust on contact.
And 2 types of intense tire wets that offer a mirror-like, streak-free finish.
So go to your favorite store today and own your shine with Black Magic Intense.
The new Falcon Azenis FK450 all-season features long sweeping tread grooves designed for maximum water evacuation, while tapered notch grooves help grip snow packed in the tread. For year-round performance, get the Falcon Azenis FK450.
Drifting. How we doing out there, drifting world? As you can see, the gray clouds are looming. Not as much, no moisture coming from the sky, but as you can see, there's some puddles that have accumulated throughout the track. That's going to play a role into qualifying. And Ryan, you said forecast as far as tomorrow looks to be dry, so it should be exciting. And a gentleman that knows there's, take a look at the rain-X weather, 60 degrees, thunderstorm, 60% chance of rain, wind is calm, and I'm seeing some of these flags waving around. So, you know, if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes, maybe wait an hour. But right now it looks like Jesse Wood just hanging out there in the mix. But again, we are live here from the St. Louis Stash. And a driver that knows a lot about this track, Mark Landerville. He's up first.
Yeah, no doubt, doing double duties this weekend here at FTC and Formula Drift in the Pro Series, so we'll see him multiple times this weekend. And for the fans watching at home on the live stream, we are only talking to you this time. This is a non-live event broadcast for Jared and I, and we have some co-commentators that are commentating to the live audience here in French and English, but we're just talking to you. So
predominantly French-speaking country in this area. So, all right, here we go. Mark Landerville initiating. There he is, 3, 2, 1, cone. Now they want to fill the back of that rear zone as going all the way through, and Landerville, you can see him shimming his way. Right there is where that rear clipping zone ends. This is the first front clip, now being very straight past it, lacking the angle now. Right here, boom. That second outer zone. Oh, yeah. Thanks for letting me know. Fill me in here. I was trying to go and interject.
Jared came late. This is a recon lap. Each driver is going to get one recon lap in order to get used to the changing conditions here.
Late breaking news for me. I'm like, really wasn't that straight. So this is a non-judge run.
Correct, yeah. So it'll be one recon lap and then into the judge run. What's basically happening is we had a lot of standing water, a lot of rain early on. It was a lot more consistent, but as it started to get a little bit drier, patchier, we allowed for the drivers to do one recon lap to adjust to the changing conditions, and then they will have their judge qualifying lap. So basically, you'll see them three times.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Wow. So thank you for the clarification. Yeah, just came in a little late there. Everybody's looking at me like, what am I doing wrong? Call the run. Seth's over here. Judge is looking at me. Everybody's smiling. I'm like, is something in my teeth? So that was Mark Landerville's recon run. And now this is when push comes to shove. Let's see if he can push it up to that wall, that first outer zone. As I said, 3, 2, 1 cone. Boom. Now he is into the outer zone. You can see about a half car length. It's not a true round, it comes to a point there. Now, you can see what's the great sign here is we are seeing some smoke. You saw a correction there from Landerville trying to get to the outer zone. The outer zone begins right there as he knocks over that first cone, filling the outer zone. You saw him hit 3 wheels. Crawling around the Black Magic intense tire wet clipping point. Good transition, tightens it up, and powers through the finish line. So the Perry Performance Competition Run BC Achilles Radial Pink Paradise S14. Mark Landeville with this first run. Let's take a look at it.
This will be a good opportunity to show everybody at home where these 3-2-1 cones are. That is the latest point of initiation there. The judges were talking about what they'd like to see on the wall. They like to see the drivers connect the wall about midway point and then stay deep into this section of the zone. But obviously that's not really going to happen in these conditions, even though we're starting to see some smoke. There will be some leniency, especially for that section of the course right in the front there, where they do drag racing on many nights here. And because of that, it's very, very slick. I mean, basically the drivers describe it as pretty much like ice. So they want to be a little bit lenient there. We will allow them to not go through that section of the course with as much angle as they might in dry conditions. But nonetheless, that will wrap up run number 1 for Mark Landeville, and now we'll move on to our next competitor.
And it looks like Robbie Bushido Blade Nishida, he has a new car that he debuted for a full entirety of the round, was the last round. Jerry Yang Racing Achilles Radial, this Nissan GTR. Again, this is his recon run. And talking to Brian Crowder, little known stat here, Robbie has never began the season in the dedicated car he's wanted to in the entirety of the season at round 1, so at Long Beach. So, you know, Robbie, he's been a long-time Formula Drift veteran after coming from New Jersey. I'm just always reminded of seeing him for the first time in the Team Orange Sil Camino, as they called it, the Orange 180 SX. Then sans that back hatch, turning into a truck, and he had an open-face helmet. So Robbie has been quite a staple of the Formula Drift Championship, and right now, you can see him struggling here in this wet. Again, you got to remember, just kind of getting this car dialed, getting it set up. They've worked very hard on this vehicle, Jerry Yang, but Robbie Nishida, a hard-working drifter, traveling all the way from Japan to compete in the Formula Drift sanctioning body. All right. Okay, so we're still awaiting the scores for Mark Landeville. And Landeville with a 63 is our #1 qualifier. See what I did there? He's the only qualifier.
Very, very creative.
Yeah, it's just what I do. Eat poutine and get creative. It's what we do up here in the Great White North.
That's a good combo.
Yeah. Poutine, again, I've said this, I don't know if you heard me say it. How is poutine not an American thing?
Yeah.
Just fries, cheese, and gravy. That sounds as American as they come.
Cheese curds of all things.
Cheese curds. Squeaky cheese, some people call it. All right, here goes Robbie Bushido Blade Nishida. We'll see if he can put it down here. Crawling into that outer zone. He's got the angle. Let's see if he can bring it all the way out. Middle of the course here for Nishida. Similar to that of Landeville. A lot more angle. Nice job past that front clip, but it looks like he got hung out to dry or hung out to wet for Nishida. Minimal seat time, but making it work here in that second outer zone, and now approaching the front clip. Crawling around the Black Magic Intense front clipping point, and one more to go as he brings it across the finish line. There is Robbie Nishida. Ryan, car count as far as vehicles, you know, how many spots are going to be available for a buy?
Looks like right now there's going to be 7 spots. There's 25 drivers that are here that made it across the border. As we take a look at Robbie Nishida here, you can see gets a nice early initiation there, right a little bit before the standing second cone. Now you can see a lot of drivers so far, well, not a lot of, but the 2 drivers that have gone out so far have not really played with the wall too much, and that's probably smart, at least on run number 1. Robbie here is going to actually put a lot of angle in the car through that inside clip, almost holding up there, but he's able to bring it back around. Now that clip will be a large part of the discussion for tomorrow, because what we've seen there in the past are drivers that use the ability, a very big angle there to slow the car down, sometimes choking up the chase driver, and the judge has been pretty specific about what they'd like to see there. So as Robbie Nishida crosses the finish line, he will have a score in the books.
So Pat Gooden here. Pat Gooden in his Black Magic Huddy Racing Intense Gum Out Hankook tires, number 46 there. Pat Gooden on his recon run. All right, so scores are in for Nishida. That is a 50, a 5-0 for Robbie Nishida. All right, so Pat Gooden making his way back to the start line.
There you go, FT Japan.
I mean, we can get weird. You want to get weird?
Ooh, the lights just turned off in here.
Lights. Sage, Ryan Sage referencing just how weird and wacky sometimes we get, especially on qualifying. It seems like, especially in this instance, a little slow, a little more methodic. You know, not you're making steam, not smoke. You know, we're at an iconic track, and you get excited about this track.
I love this track, yeah, and I love the fans here. This is one of my favorite groups of all the events that we go to.
Yeah.
I mean, they break down that wall as soon as they open the gate and rush towards their seats, so it's really exciting.
We'll get back to that and how excited the fans are, because I want to elaborate on that more. As Pat Gooden brings it into the wall, nice job from Pat. All right, Gooden working it to the wall. Closest we've seen so far. I mean, mind you, this is the third car here in qualifying that we're seeing. Nice job. Brings it into that front clip. Better angle, but not the proximity on that front. It's an interesting portion of the track because, you know, you're running towards that track's edge. When you fall off, it is pretty substantial. You'll see some vehicles go off there and really get vertical with their nose up in the air. But Pat Gooden, looks like we're gaining some traction. There's the smoke coming off the Hancooks. There's Pat Gooden putting down a score.
So let's take another look here. You can see Pat starts off pretty early initiation right there at that third standing cone. And like you said, Jared, he flirts with the wall a little bit there on initiation. And the judges were talking about, you know, right at that center section of the bank, they'd like to see them get up against the wall and ride it all the way through. It's actually probably the smoothest part of the bank in terms of the line driven through that section of the course. There's Pat right there on that third hash mark on that first inside clip, now reaching out to this second outer zone here. And from here, that last yellow cone, they want to see you come down here with a nice smooth line, hit that inside clip. There's a couple different lines that you actually can take that were spoken about in the drivers meetings, and there you can see Pat wrapping around that last inside clip and then through the finish line. So a good start for him. Starting to see some variable conditions out there as the dry is starting to come up, especially the line that the drivers are putting down pretty consistently here. We'll start to see it get much drier in those areas quicker as Kyle Mohan out on his recon lap.
Ryan, you're talking about the fans and breaking down the wall. To me, it's kind of reminiscent of a movie. Okay, real quick, Pat Gooden, a 62 for Pat Gooden. What's the hold? You quote that quite a bit. What movie is that?
Braveheart.
Braveheart. So I feel like it's Braveheart. These are like brave hardcore drift fans.
They are. I would say that's a good analogy. Yeah, for sure.
Hold.
Ready for
Gates
war.
open. Poof. And they have something I've never seen at any other event. And I've been coming up here for quite a few years because there's a previous sanction body up here that's been competing. They take out the back seat of their vehicles and they sit on the bleachers. Never seen that at any other event.
Yeah, that is pretty unique. That's definitely. I mean, you also have to kind of paint the picture of what goes on outside the venue, because the property here basically allows for fans to come and camp. And there's trailers and campsites and fires. It's really cool.
It is cool. Here we go, Kyle Mohan, his first qualifying run. Mohan talking to him after the driver's meeting. I said, how you doing? He says, good. No, I'm tired. He sounded tired. He sounded exhausted. But right now, he's letting it all hang out. Nice job. Next in tires, built to Apex, Mazda Tricks, Top One Oil, MX-5. In that second outer zone, looks like his car is really working out here. You see some shimmying there into that second outer zone. He's ripping through it right now. These conditions, and just as I say that, looks like he overshoots the Black Magic Intense front clip. One more clip to go. So way out of shape on that one line, but I like his enthusiasm here. So Kyle Mohan. Take a look at it again here, Ron.
Here's Kyle here, setting up for initiation. He also starts with that early approach there. A little bit of wobble in the front wheels, but doing a pretty good job on the line here as trying to be careful not to flirt with the wall too much in this, at least in this first run. Takes that middle line approach, hit that first inside clip, hits that third hash mark, and then shoots out to that touch and go into the second outer zone here. You can see trying to find his grounding, and then right around here on this second inside clip, he's going to wash out the front end a little bit. He does keep angle in the car, so I don't think this is going to be a zero. The judges have specified that they will give some leniency in these conditions, and so it looks like Kyle Mohan will have a scored run in the books for run number 1.
All right, so this is the Goosh, Ken Gooshi. The Greddy Performance, Toyota Racing, Toyota GT86. As we're waiting for Kyle Mohan's score. Oh, and Ken Gooshi right now, that's just his recon run, so that will not, but Kyle Mohan with a 57 for Kyle Mohan. Ken Gooshi in his Nexen Tire shrouded vehicle. Ken Gooshi kind of had a string of bad luck here over the last few rounds, man, and you know, talking to some of the people, he's right there, and then it just completely comes unbound.
Yeah, I would say bad luck has been definitely a lot of it, especially with the vehicle. And, you know, we've seen Ken drive at a very, very high level the past few years, and certainly been in the conversation for championship chase, especially 2 years ago where we came just so close and finished second. But, you know, just hasn't had the start that he's wanted. And, you know, maybe the midway point of the season is time for him to break out and, you know, have some good performances. And hopefully the team has been able to take back all the data that they've acquired from the past few rounds, make the changes that they need, be able to give Ken a nice competitive vehicle and go out there and try to get some wins.
All right, let's see if Ken Gooshi has it. It's all back together. See if it all comes abreast here at Autodrome Saint Eustache. Track is clear. Ready to send the OG, Ken Gooshi. Saw a cool thing on social media. He's live on his Blackview dash camera right now, so you can actually watch in the car. Look at that big angle. Nice job from Goosh. Tearing it up, tied to that wall, flirting with disaster, but holds on to a nice job by Goosh. Big angle there from Ken. This is where he lost it on his recon lap. Can he keep it together? Nice job. You're seeing some flames here, some front wheel correction here. Way off that front clip, so that seems to be a point of difficulty for a few drivers. We just saw that from Mohan. You saw the water fly up, so a puddle accumulated over there. Ryan, I heard you get excited about that a few times throughout the run. Yeah, well, that was definitely the most high-risk run we've seen so far. He may have missed that second inside clip through the second to last turn, but right here you can see a pretty aggressive initiation given the conditions. But watch how close he gets to the wall. Even in these conditions, like we said, the judges would like to see you get to the wall about halfway through. He actually committed to a little bit earlier than that. You can start to see the smoke come up, big angle through that first inside clip. And right there, a little bit of a tentative transition, doesn't get out to that touch and go. And perhaps that was because he went off course in his recon lap there, trying to play it a little bit safe. You can see that kind of over momentum caused him to miss that second inside clip, but he's able to finish up the run with pretty good angle here through that last third inside clip and through the finish line. So good run for Ken. Starting off, as we can see that the dry patches are coming up to the surface much quicker now, and but there still is some wet and a few little puddles mingling around on the track, making it treacherous here as we go from wet to dry conditions. All right, we'll wait for Ken Gooshi's score, and here's another Toyota Racing GT86 of Castro. Look at that, looking precarious, but also comfortable. Looking aggressive is Castro. So Jonathan Castro, his recon run, awaiting Ken Gooshi's score, and I'm here in the end. 73, a 73 for Ken Gooshi. That's a great score given the conditions. All right, just multitasking here, Ryan. we're booking some flights for some voiceovers, doing some things. I mean, it seems like you know, we've all been busy. This year's been, it's just been consistent.
This has been the busiest year for us and for me, I think, ever.
Really?
For sure, yeah, definitely.
Wow.
I haven't really been home at all.
What is home?
Yeah. Help me. Help. I wonder if J-Dog is going to be watching this weekend, or if he's watching right now.
Who's J-Dog?
You know, Jeremy.
J-Dog, Jeremy. Who's J-Dog?
Oh, dang, that's crazy. I hope he is listening. Our editor.
Oh, Jared Underwood. Got it. Yeah. You've never called him J-Dog, by the way. Here we go. Here's J-Dog on track. Jonathan Castro. Jonathan Castro throwing down. Angle there. Didn't get all the way out to the zone, so it looks like he's a little bit off. Just getting those finite details. Now firing. That's where I really liked his aggressive flick in that second outer zone. You're seeing drivers then tighten it up, but Castro having some difficulty there. Tight to that final front clip and powers through. So if J-Dog's listening, J-Dog's on track.
Yeah.
The dog pound is here. I'm J-Dog, you're our dog.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan Castro starting off his first run of qualifying here. Had one of the more memorable moments we've seen so far this year in Orlando, as he went one more time against James Dean in probably I would say the best chase run of the year so far, and had a really emotional talk with Lorette Nickel afterwards. It was a really awesome moment. And as he runs through qualifying here, you can see he's just kind of getting his feet wet a little bit here and trying to figure out which way to go through the course, what line to take here on that last section there. A couple little bobbles, but will have the score overall as he finishes up run number 1.
Thanks, R-Dog. As we're looking at another J-Dog out here on track, it's a JTP. Justin Pollock, Roush, Falcon tires, Ford Mustang. Great looking car, all carbon fiber. Yeah, look at that, sign of a good time. We're seeing smoke here on this recon lap here. Recce run, big angle from Justin. And this is a good opportunity. I mean, they're testing the conditions. They're kind of seeing the spotter ideally is giving them, yeah, it's dry here, it's wet here. This is, see, right here. So just as I said, a lot of water out there still on that track around that front clip. So 55 for Mr. Castro, 55, Jado Metal Dome. Next in tires, Toyota Racing Toyota GT86, part of that Papadakis Racing crew. And him and Frederick Osbo, 2-car team. As poutine is on the mind of the drivers and all the staff. Again, squeaky cheese, potatoes, and gravy. 3 basic ingredients. Who knew they could come together? It's almost like a man hot fudge sundae. Are you a fan of poutine?
I've had a couple, yeah. It's a devastating amount of carbohydrates and fat, but...
Devastating. Hold. Devastating.
Yeah, when one gets planted in front of you, you're like, okay.
Yeah, you definitely like take a breath and just go fork deep in the helic mound. Okay, so there might, again, all the scores are unofficial, just to let you know. So there might be some score modifications. Look at the angle here from Pollock. Yeah, Justin Pollock throws it in. You see, he takes a little bit out of it just to stay comfortable. As I said, that is not a perfectly round. Oh, big backwards entry. Oh, that's gonna be an incomplete run there for Pollock. But that's again, this is where Pollock needs to put down a score. I mean, looks like he salvaged something there, but no, I mean this. Gentlemen judges, is that inscorable after that point in time? So Ryan, we look at this again, and Pollock had all the makings of a great run here up until that first front clip.
Yeah, well, Justin Pollock is known for big initiations at this track in particular. And he was certainly mastering it last year and used it against a couple different competitors. But it also can have its downside, and especially, you know, even after the initiation through some of those sections right there, you saw him just over-rotate a little bit, wasn't able to hold it, and he will have an incomplete on that first run. But nonetheless, very exciting for JTP. We'll move on and try for run number 2.
Okay, so another Mustang out here on course, but with Chelsea DeNofa behind the wheel. The BC Racing Nitto tires. Team RTR Ford Mustang. Oh man, that is far from ideal location to go off. A lot of mud, a lot of gunk. Okay, so as you can see, Chelsea DeNofa making his way back to the start line. That was his recce run, and he'll be good to go.
Mechanical, or you just got high confidence? Mechanical or high confidence?
Oui, c'est vrai qu'on va le mentionner. C'est là présentement le secteur, le vol numéro 1, le vol qui est à notre gauche, les secteurs 1 et 2, semble relativement sec. On commence à avoir...
And Chelsea DeNofa back to the start line. All right, here comes Chelsea. Say howdy, get rowdy here. And here he comes. Coming down the pipe. Nice angle there. You can see good counter lock dialed in. BC Racing coilovers doing their work, absorbing. You can see it's not exactly flat over there. You're seeing the car do a lot of movement. This is where he went off in his recce run, but now looks like he keeps it where the rubber meets the road. See, it is really wet there. So these cars that have, you know, a lot of speed, looks like they're overshooting it, so really need to massage it, slow it down, just barely nicking that last Black Magic intense front clip.
Well, he really made some great adjustments in areas where he may have kind of overdriven the car a little bit and got himself into a sticky situation. And if you're listening to the vehicle, you can hear the throttle control that he uses. But starting off with a pretty consistent, nice, smooth initiation, grab some e-brake right there to position himself where he wants to. Doesn't get super close to the wall, so he'll lose some line points there. But you can see the car squatting through this section of the course. So right here, he's going to get on the e-brake and then really throttle the car through to that touch and go into that second outside zone. Now he's going to overshoot this second inside clip by quite a ways here, and he's going to have to really make an adjustment to keep angle in the vehicle and keep the wheels spinning and still manage to hit this last inside clip, which he does a great job of, and through that last little section there through the finish line. So Chelsea DeNofa, run number 1 in the books.
All right, so as we are seeing Nate Hamilton now. Nate Hamilton, turbocharged V8 and Juku Racing Hankook tires. He's on BC Racing coilovers as well. Awaiting Chelsea DeNofa's score. Nate Hamilton, Ryan, there's that spot, man. Just a very wet, slick area for Chelsea DeNofa. He scores a 60 on his first run.
Yeah, it's very slippery in some areas. There's some traction in others. You're seeing some smoke, little puffs here and there. So this is one of the reasons why we have the recon lap, is that the conditions have changed even from practice until now, and especially at the beginning of practice when it was still sprinkling and quite wet. with you know, quite a few puddles down. So this will be a good opportunity for Nate to understand what he needs to be careful of when he goes back out there for the judge lap, which is coming up right now.
All right, so Jeff Jones was to be up. I'm hearing from the officials. Jeff Jones in the DocX S14 from Los Angeles area. He is foregoing his first run, so he has one run and done. It's do or die for him on his second qualifying run. Right now, Nate Hamilton. You see Ken Gucci leading with the 73, Landerville, Gooden, Denofa, Mohan. And here comes Hamilton. Little Tex, 144. All right, nice job there from Hamilton. See the Hankook logos go around into that first outer zone, tapping the gray stain on him a little bit. Let's see if his spotter got into his ear and told him the slicker portions of the track. He just saw how slippery it is. Now this is right here. This is the difficult spot for a lot of these guys. Nice job. Yeah, holds on to it. So you see a big straightening there from him. But that's that level of compromise I think that you need to make.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay there. He was definitely getting real close, and you could tell coming into that second inside clip that things are going to get a little bit wonky there. But let's take a look at the initiation and the first outer zone. Decent job here again, you know, not really flirting with the wall, just trying to play it safe, get a score on the board. But you can see the smoke cloud there, Jared, starting to pick up. So the bank looks to be one of the more drier sections of the course right now. And Nate does a good job hitting that first inside clip. Doesn't really get out to the touch and go, and you can see him kind of bouncing around here. This is where he went off course the last time, put some angle in the car, but then right there loses forward momentum and has to kind of switch back. So he certainly flirted with an incomplete there. I'm not sure that the judges are going to give it to him. I think he's probably going to get through here, but we'll see what the score will end up and where that will put him in the overall ranking. As now Matt Field hits, of course, for his recon lap.
Matt Field ripping. All right, awaiting Hamilton's score. And 61. So as you said, Ryan, he does come away with a complete run and not an incomplete run. So Hamilton, Ham Fam, cheering him on from Texas, or from here in the building. And this supercharged V8 of Matt Field. Him and his now Falcon Tires liveried vehicle. Him and Odie Bakshi's the Frenemies video series, talking about you know, both these guys, very similar deals. Just getting involved. Yeah, right. All right, let's see if Matt Field can tickle his way down the track. Put some smiles on some faces. Here we go. Quick little blip of the brakes. See him standing on it. Yeah, there we go. It's drying out. It's definitely drying out on that portion of the track. But it's still slick on this side. Into that second outer zone. You can see him making some corrections to get in that second outer zone. Well done here. Do we have a new leader? 73 from Gucci. Does that surpass it, Ryan? Your thoughts?
Well, once again, you know, Matt Field is always one of the more aggressive drivers when it comes to being out on course, no matter qualifying or head-to-head. And if you remember, last year was after around this event that Matt Field went on an absolute tear, had 2 wins to close out the season. We'll see if he can pick up steam here at St. Eustache. But here on his qualifying run, he takes that midline on the bank, goes pretty deep into that first outer zone on the latter part of it there, just not getting out to the wall altogether. There's the touch and go there. And you can see Matt really trying to figure out what throttle control to use here in the sections of the course that need a little bit more throttle versus those that he can slide through because of the varying degrees of grip. But a pretty impressive run there. Almost makes a big mistake through the finish line, but looks like he's able to hold on to it and should have a decent score.
And I believe this is Peter. Yeah, it will be Peter Vincek from Poland. See a lot of the media down there. Lauren HD, got Alex Wong, and here's Matt Field's score, a 72 for Matt Field. Peter Vincek, 2JZ powered, Werthouse, Falcon tire, S15. Peter Vincek on his recon lap. Peter Vincek made it to great length in Atlanta. But again, once, you know, the Werthouse Drift team really putting it together. Getting sketchy. Again, this is an unjudged run. This is not a judged run for Peter Vincek. We're giving, if you're just tuning in, every driver a recon lap before the qualifying run. As Ryan said, or as Ryan Sage said, you'll see them 3 times. The recon lap, their first qualifying run, go back in line, and for their second qualifying run.
He has quite a beautiful car too, that SVT. Oh, yeah, that rocket button is looking absolutely great.
And here we go, Peter Vincek. Initiates, you see him hesitate, then roll into it. Well done by Vincek. Yeah, big angle, oh, some correction there. Into that second outer zone. Nice job. Let's see how he manages. And gets into the slick portion. Overshooting it. Holds on to the angle. And around the final clip. There's Peter Vincek.
So here we go. Let's take a look at run number 1 from Peter. Big long e-brake pull into his initiation. Back on throttle here. Tries to find his way out to the deepest part of the wall that he's feeling okay to go. You can see smoke really starting to come up here. Puts a lot of angle in the car, has to pull it out to make a mistake right there on inside clip number 1. From the touch and go to outer zone 2, nice fluid line. Now a lot of drivers have been having issues here, and you can see there's not a lot of grip in that area of the course. So really having to find the appropriate way without going off course. Again, having to pull a little bit of angle out of the car right there on that last inside clip, but good aggression overall from Peter as he finishes up run number 1.
And this is Chris, the Force Forsberg. And Chris Forsberg. And Peter Vincic, a 73. A strong score there from Peter Vincic. A 73 from Poland.
On devrait avoir le score de Peter Vincic à quelques instants. Ah, c'est officiel, c'est rentré. Et Peter Vincic qui vient de prendre un 73. 73-73 pour Peter Vincic, 73.
And here we go. Forsberg with his first qualifying run. Now with that twin turbo VQ under the hood of his 370Z. His team feeling comfortable with his setup now. Definitely different from the previous years of the V8 under the hood of it. Wow, this thing making all kinds of crazy noises here at Autodrome. So there it is again, that slick portion. And tight around that final front.
Well, Chris, always known for the sound of his vehicles, and this one certainly has that as well. The aesthetics and the sound really cool here, especially all the backfiring and everything that he's got on the vehicle to make it do what it needs to do with those twin turbos and the anti-lag. Chris, getting deep into that wall next to Gucci, right around the same there. So doing a good job on the line for the first section of the course. Hits that first inside clip, heads out to the touch and go here, and now out to that second outer zone. And again, what we see, Jared, is a lot of these guys either miss timing or trying to find an area of that section right there on that inside clip number 2 that has enough grip that they can get through it without having to pull angle out of the vehicle or go off course. So we're not seeing many guys kind of drive out of outside zone 2 and then using a nice arc to get to that that second inside clip because of how slick it is there. So we'll see how Chris does with that run. A nice start for him as we'll move on to our next competitor and his recon lap.
Alec Honadell, fix your fuel. S14, Forsberg, a 64, and coincidentally, that's his race number too. So 64. He wished his race number was 100, but not the case. So Alec Honadell just kind of trolling through the course and now turns it up. And dancing with the course edge, and there is, man, what is, like, I feel like, Wile E. Coyote put some oil down there or something. I mean, it just seems that every driver is going through it. Alec Honadell. Honadell with his first qualifying run. Brian, let's see what kind of bag of tricks Alec Honadell's got here. Snacks on snacks on snacks. See if you can eat this course up. Yeah, ripping out of that first outer zone. Past the front clip. Oh boy, coming in hot and heavy. Doesn't get all the way out there, but a good level of compromise here. Just as I say that, looks like overshoots it. Past that front clip.
So Alec Honadell taking more of a grip approach on his recon lap and then drifting the second part of the course here. Very aggressive initiation. He's going to stay on more of a mid to low line through the bank section there, so certainly going to lose some points there. You can see he's kind of driving a little bit straight here. Not a lot of angle in the vehicle. Very fast though. And then through the touch and go. Not really getting out to that second outer zone. You can see the wheel lift there, big angle. Trying to manage this section of the course, straightens out and then gets some angle back in the car. Very, very close there. Judges certainly going to take a second look at that. And again, Jared, that section of the course playing menace for a lot of the drivers here as we find our way almost halfway through the first run with Daijiro Yoshihara out on course on his recon lap.
Turn 14 distribution Falcon tire, turbocharged LS. Saw a great video of him going to the Hoonigan Donut Garage and ripping up the basically the loading dock. Almost got the car off of the loading dock. It was pretty rad. It was cool to see the Hoonigan guys having some fun with just a diverse group of drivers. So Dai Yoshihara, the former Formula Drift champion. And scores are in for Honadel of 57. 57 for Alec Honadel.
Et bien, le score de Alec Honadel qui est rentré. Alec Honadel nous a donné un 57-57. 57-57 pour Alec Honadel for qualification run.
So you can see the leaderboard there. Gucci leads. Peter in second. Field, Forsberg, and Landerville. Daijiro on his first qualifying run. And here comes Dai Yoshihara. Lights are on as the clouds still linger. Lights are on the track as well. Nice job by Dai. You can see the Falcon tire smoke being created. Boom, just past the front clip. You can see him knocking it over, knocking it out of place. Whoa. Halfway through the outside zone. Looks like he dives out towards it. Gets into the slick portion. Keeps the angle. Good execution of you know, finding that sweet spot.
Yeah, you can really see how the car grips up after they leave that second inside clip. Just a huge difference in grip levels between that second inside. Thank you, Jared. Thank you. Jared's trying to assist me in my commentating job. But for Dai, a pretty solid run here. Let's take a look as he comes into this first inside clip. And he's going to get out to the touch and go a lot better than we've seen for other guys. A lot of guys are kind of just skipping that and then getting into that second outer zone a bit late. Now on this second inside clip here, you can see, again, taking that wider approach to possibly avoid an area where that is just much slicker than you would like to. And then you can see the car grips up, smoke starts coming up, and he's through the finish line. So nice job by Daijiro Yoshihara, and he'll have a score in the books.
Right, so Matt Kaufman, put him in a Kaufman. Machine was built for war. Dai Yoshihara, 70, great score there. Turn 14, Falcon tire, Ineos oil on a suit there. You can see from Kaufman as, hey buddy, pump the brakes. Look at this Kaufman already. It's just practice, Matt. World War Kaufman going for it. I only go 100%, nothing less. The Ford V8 under the hood of S13. Does he know this is not a qualifying run? Save it. Yo, Matt Kaufman, that's a great prelude to see what's going to happen now when it counts. Kaufman ripped through that. He might have just opened Pandora's box here for the remaining drivers. He's going to put some drops on him. Just straight down the gullet. All right, so Matt Kaufman. And here comes Matt Kaufman. Shooting down into that first outer zone. Looks like he really figured out the puzzle of this track on that recce run. Can he do it when it counts? Yes, look at that. Great smoke coming off the car. Nexen tires really hooking up, working out for him. The Ford V8 pounding away. Oh, and we talked about, oh, and that's not how you do it. The judges were giving compliment. As I said, he really ripped past that Black Magic Intense front clip. They gave him compliments on the recce run. He went tight to that front clip, and then right there towards the middle or outer portion, that's where it gets slick and he rotates. So unfortunately for Kaufman, that's going to be an incomplete run.
Well, I was really enjoying that run up until that point, obviously, unfortunately for him, but does a great job taking a bigger risk, getting deeper into that first outer zone. And I love how he comes through the center section here, just kind of glides through it with nice angle, a very smooth transition from lock to lock. Good job on the touch and go. Second outer zone is awesome. And then right here, he's gonna have a lot of angle in the car and then no forward momentum to keep himself out of that spin. And he will have an incomplete. He's got to be really frustrated with that run. Or frustrated with that spin rather, because that run overall was probably looking to be the #1 qualifying run. That was a solid job by him, so he'll have to take that back, utilize everything he learned on that run, and just try to focus on making sure that he gets that inside clip #2 dialed a little bit better.
All right, as we are moving along here, this is Vaughn Gittin Jr. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in his recce run. I'm gonna give a shout out to the Swans, the Swan boys, Papa Swan, Terry Swan and Nick, watching back home. Pay me, Ryan. Pay me, fool. See if Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets paid here. Monster Energy, Nitto Tire, Ford Performance, Mustang RTR. Got the Roush power under the hood. And here it comes. Vaughn Gittin Jr. throwing it in. Captain clutch kick. Locks up those back tires. You can see him now turning it on. A lot of activity coming from the car. Works it past the first front clip. Into the second, you can see him. A lot looser setup, it seems like. Oh, buddy. Way overshooting it. Definitely gets into the dirt, but it looked like almost surprisingly only one tire. So it looks like he will salvage that, but that front clip just seems to be an issue for every single driver.
Well, I think that was the furthest that we've seen somebody overshoot that second inside clip. Let's take a look at the run from the start here. You can see Vaughn is kind of trying to get his grounding here. You can see the front wheels moving around a little bit. Doesn't get super deep into that zone, but as he transitions back around to this first inside clip, he's going to take a really measured approach. Dang, Jared, come on, man. That sucks.
I gotta admit, I'm just trying to make Ryan laugh a little bit. And
no, what's happening is we're eating Oreo cookies. I twisted it off. I licked it, and then he started making fun of me licking it. So that's what's going on.
It was a very comical moment.
It was, and I couldn't. You were making me laugh.
You couldn't hold back.
I couldn't. I'm
it's
sorry.
It's a good time. It's a great time to have some organic Oreos. For those that might not know, Ryan Sage is a health nut, and he brings a wide array of healthy snacks that all of the staff really enjoys thoroughly, to the extent of these organic Oreos that he's one of those dudes. Some people eat Oreos in different ways, and you're one of the twister offer and liquor on the inside. That's right. Nice. I like it. So Dean Carnage Carney, both we had Vaughn Gittin Jr. there, a 63. A 63 puts him into the #6 position. Both Vaughn Gittin Jr. and now Dean Carney, we had a great trip to Goodwood Festival Speed just a couple weeks ago in Chichester, UK, and what a phenomenal event. And I was happy to be part of it and announce the 6 drivers that were out there, including 5 Formula Drift drivers, that of Dean Carney, James Dean, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Chris Forsberg. You had Bagsy and gosh, I'm spacing on the other one. Yeah, what do you got, Andy? Oh, he's raising his hand. James Dean, Chris Forsberg, Mad Mike Woodette. Mad Mike, yep. There we go. So Mad Mike Woodette was out there too. So 6 drivers flying the drift flag out at a very phenomenal event, Goodwood Festival Speed. Here we go, but now here we are in Canada as Dean Carney goes down the Oracle Lighting Achilles Radial Dodge Viper. Carney standing on it. Nice job. Woo! Said he got into a tussle on the wall. I saw it on social media, but right now getting into the dirt. You could see how drastic that drop-off is there, Ryan. It's like he was doing a 50-50 on that coping, and that will be, unfortunately, a incomplete run for Dean Carney. Ryan going for another Oreo. Ryan, get it. This is not an endorsement of, nor is it actually an Oreo. It's a, how do you say that? Cadia?
Yep. Let's take a look at Dean here. His judged run, you can see a little bit of trouble there, locking into the angle, midline here, lots of smoke. So again, the bank, the driest part of the course so far. Nice transition back around, does a great job on that inside clip. Big angle through the touch and go, but then right there, just too much momentum. He's not able to slow the car down, and he will go off course, and then continues to get back on it here. But the incomplete transpired right after the touch and go. So like you said, Jared, unfortunately for Dean, he'll have to go back and try for run number 2.
Yeah, and yesterday he got into the wall. So as I said, I saw on social media, I wasn't here at the track yesterday, but he got into the wall, got it fixed, and it looked good up until that point. Christophe Bluch. Yeah, I know, it's childhood memories. Christophe Bluch from Latvia. He is taking his recce run here in this HGK BMW Mass Motorsport Power. Christophe's a big fan of cats. Big fan of cats. When we were in UK talking with Forsberg about, we were talking about his Latvia trip. He said it was awesome. He said it was really cool. He went over there and they had the HGK Drift Challenge over in Latvia. Nothing but great hosts and really cool. The shop is right at the track and they have their way with it. He drove a cool car, and they have streamlined builds there.
Yeah, they do a lot of full tube chassis vehicles over there. Drift vehicles.
All the carbon Kevlar,
yeah.
all the carbon stuff. I mean, like I said, when I say streamlined, Chris is really impressed with, like, okay, we're building the BMW, and everybody builds BMWs. You know, they're all about kind of just streamlining, making the parts, you know, more affordable, so we get more, you know, because, you know, the focus here in Formula Drift is diversity, different cars, different manufacturers, different makes, having uniqueness, which is great. And you know, but as drifting develops, the wide variety of parts are available in Latvia, where resources, you can find the carbon fiber manufacturers, you can find this, they're just streamlining it, so hey, you bang a fender, boom, it's right there, it's readily available. Here we go, Christophe Bluch, HGK, Achilles Radial, BMW. Let's see how he handles it. He's gonna be banging away on this wall, or is he gonna be off of it, blending in with the red and white? Woo, look at that angle, big angle from Christophe's. Maxing it out. That Wisefab angle kit doing the work. Do we have a new leader? This is the point of contention, the point of no return. Slip and slide. He does not. Holds on to it. Whoa, huge angle. Christophe Bluch. This guy needed a break, I guess. He got a vacation, went back home, hung with the family. Now he is out for blood.
Well, Christophe was not actually planning on coming to Canada.
That's right.
And when I talked to him in Jersey after he had done so well, he said, "Yeah, I'm going to be coming to Canada now because I'm in the hunt for the championship." So Christophe Bluch doing a great job here on run number 1. You can see very aggressive through that first outer zone. Nice job on that first inside clip. Touch and go, going deep here. A little bit of wavering in the front tires to try to make some adjustments here, but very quick through this course with great angle. And then right there, it doesn't really get held up too much. And then big angle in the car, has to pull a little bit of tiny out, but overall very aggressive run. A couple little mistakes here he could clean up, but overall for Christophe Bluch, he continues to impress each run and every battle that he goes out there.
Here comes Odi. Odi Bakshis. Odi Bakshis. As Ryan breaks out some supplements here. Told you, just a specimen as Christophe. Look at that, a new leader, 82. Christophe Bluch from Latvia, making his presence felt.
got an official score for Christophe Moose, 82, 10.2.
All right, so Odie making his way back to the start line.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's just the driver that can nail the point where he needs to nail. The guy is a machine when it comes to that. Very precise. 4.2, je m'excuse. Bachis 4.2, 82, 82.
Oh, wow. Ryan getting supplemented out now. Add stuff to his water, getting fully torqued up here in Canada. Here we go. Odie Bachis, let's see if he throws down. Odie. You see him, front wheels kind of wavering. These drifts, hardcore wheels through the streets. You can win a set as run by Odie Bachis. We'll tell you how tomorrow. Transitioning past the front clip. Nice job. Yeah, look at that. Even the front wheel locking up. So keep it tight, yes. His spotter aiming his Falcon Tires team, I'm sure, cluing him in. The wider you get, the slicker it's gonna get. So some knowledge not only being shared from spotter to driver, but all the spotters really taking note of the previous vehicle's runs.
Yeah, Amy is certainly very attentive in the drivers' meetings and asks a lot of really good questions and tries to get as much clarification as she can. And it's paying off for Odie. He had that big win in New Jersey. And now trying to add to that here. He's on a much lower line, kind of a mid-low line there. So we'll take a few line points off the table, but nice job right there on that first inside clip. Doesn't really get out to the touch and go here, but overall smooth and fluid, not too many mistakes, just having a little bit of a line issue. And then right there, a little bit of a correction where we see a lot of guys making a correction. And you're right, Jared, we are giving out some drift wheels tomorrow. We're also giving out another pair. Another set, rather, on the Formula Drift app right now.
Oh, wow, look at that.
If you go to the app or you don't have it, download it. And all you got to do is put your name, email, and make a comment. And that's it.
All right. I want to win wheels.
Yep.
Odie Bachis, an 80. Boom. 80 for Odie Bachis. The Falcon Tires field suspension. S14. Odie Bachis with an 80. Puts him into second. All right, the Gum Out Toyota Racing GT86 of Ryan Turk. He's on Hankook tires. Operated by Nameless Performance, 2J. That anti-lag setup becoming popular. It sounds oh so vicious. Track drying out. Wow, using all of the course, really hanging it out there. Ryan, the supplements kick in yet? I know you just dropped them in the water. Feeling it yet?
No, this is, it takes a while.
Okay. What are we dealing with here? What kind of acids? And this is hypermia and testosterone enhancing powder? That's dope. And it's pineapple flavored. See, I'd throw some rum in there and just get tropical with it. Get fully torqued and keep it tropical. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I had some, and my face started like getting warm. I mean, I take some amino acids when I work out, but just sitting here announcing with you, I don't need that kind of stimulation. No. Yeah. Yeah, I just get. All right, so Bluish out front, Bachis, Gucci, Vinsek, field. Where's Turk gonna land? Firing off into that first front outer, that first outer zone. Woo! Dancing with the devil. Yes, sir. Look at that. You can see the shine of his taillights on the wall. Ryan Turk. Gum Out. Toyota Racing GT86. Let's see if he keeps it tight. Yes, he does. The Unicorn Garage giving him the tips to work it out. Past the front clip and across the finish. There is Ryan Turk. Ryan, is that enough to be our #1 qualifier?
Yeah, no doubt in my mind that's the best run we've seen here tonight. I mean, if you compare to Kristaps, where he had a few mistakes and really didn't get out wide to the wall. Ryan Turk, early initiation here, and then watch, he's going to, right at this middle section, he's going to start leaning into the wall here, get pretty deep, almost tap the wall coming off the zone. So that's a great job by Turk there. You can see the red and yellow markers designating the end of the zone. He goes all the way to the zone, and then the touch and go right there. Not a lot of guys getting out to the touch and go. or completing the entire second outer zone. And then here, where guys are getting held up, he doesn't get held up. He has a nice arc, nice line through that section of the course. Overall, very little complaints given the conditions, and a great run by Ryan Turk.
I would say the supplements worked for him. He just got involved in those supplements and got about it. Did some heavy lifting there. So Ryan Turk is our #1 qualifier, an 87. So is he going to win? You know, he's sponsored by Black Magic, and Black Magic puts up some cash for the #1 qualifier award. Is he going to get it? Is he going to hold on to that spot, or are these guys going to step up? Because you got to think the track conditions are drying up. It's still gray, but no more rain is coming down. And also, Ryan, it bears repeating because, you know, we've had previous rounds where we've had 4, 5, and we're looking at potentially 7 drivers getting by runs, which I really think, you know, there's been some criticism about, you know, not filling the 32 cars. I think it's really stepped up qualifying and making it very dynamic and very interesting with the top qualifiers getting a by run from, you know, from today. Boom. Next time you see him, top 16.
Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot of different reasons why, you know, guys couldn't make it to Canada, and you know, we gave out 37 licenses at the beginning of the year, and we're right at 30 drivers right now for the majority of the round. So this opportunity here, where you have less drivers that are coming out to Canada, to really basically get yourself a free round into the top 16 is something that you want to take advantage of, especially the way that the championship is kind of looking like right now. Is that you know that James Dean, you know that Frederick Osbo, you know that Odie Bakhtis are most likely going to be in the top 5.
Right.
If you extend that to the top 7, you've got probably the championship guys that all could get a bye right into the round of 16 if they really go out there and put down the best qualifying run that they can given the conditions. What I'll be interested to find out and see is whether or not we're going to go with this recon lap on run number 2 and how that might affect the second run.
Yeah, good point. Here we go, Frederick Osbo, Rockstar Energy Drink. Next in tires, Toyota Racing, Toyota Corolla IM, the hot hatchback of the Norwegian Hammer. Into the outer zone. Yes, he's doing similar to that of Ryan Turk, getting familiar with the wall. Past that front clip, ripping, yeah, almost lifting that front left tire, and that's an off-camber turn. Oh, a little wide there, but unaffected. Thing really gripping up. I mean, unaffected by that moisture there, and I have to say that the car definitely went around that corner unlike any of the others.
Yeah, when you start to hear a lot more chatter from the judges about their excitement on certain parts of the course, you can tell that things are starting to pick up here. We are starting to see a lot of smoke coming off of the vehicles right from initiation. Osbo maybe doesn't get as deep into that zone as we saw with some of the other drivers that had those high scores like Ryan Turk, but you can see how quick he's running through the course. He's still getting out to the touch and go in a better way than a lot of the other drivers. Fills that second outer zone. Pretty good job on this second inside clip, even though he does overshoot it a little bit. And then through this last section here, just nice and tight on that final inside clip. So a good, solid start for Frederick Osbo. Not sure that's going to be the #1 qualifier, but it'll probably be in the 80s and have him in top 5 position.
All right, so Michael Essa. Michael Essa in the mix. He's currently 2nd in points right now. And he's looking very promising. The Achilles Radial Essa Autosports BMW, and the scores are in for Frederick Osbo. Does he knock down Ryan Turk for the #1 spot? No, he does not, but just underneath, 84. So one of those coveted spots, and that's going to be hard to beat. I mean, you really need to bring it all the way to knock Osbo out of one of those top 7 spots. I mean, 84 is a strong score because we take the better of the two. Beautiful backdrop here. Driving through St. Eustache and then to the course here. Ryan, as you said, a very unique setting here, and just a dichotomy of the fans camping out here, enduring the conditions, the weather. It's not too cold, it's just wet. So here we go. Michael Essa, Achilles Radial, Essa Autosports, BMW. Ignite fuel running through the veins. Nice job there. Boost Brigade on the back window. And past that front. An interesting approach there. You saw him almost wide and then kind of lunge forward towards that front clip. So not the smoothest. but now really flying through the course. Nice job by Essa. Let's take a look at this again here, Ryan.
Well, if you didn't catch New Jersey, you should know that Michael Essa was basically 10 seconds away from probably forcing a one more time with Odi Bakchis, because both drivers broke on their last run, and it was Odi that made it across the finish line. So Essa has a lot of momentum in his corner. You can see as he starts off here with his first run of qualifying, he looks pretty solid here. Like you said, Jared, the approach to that first inside clip, not the smoothest, but he's able to make it through and reach out to that touch and go. Tries to fill that second outer zone, but is a little bit shallow there. And then through this inside clip, nice and tight. You can see that section of the course getting drier now. Forcing it through that last inside clip is Michael Essa, and he'll have his qualifying run number 1 in the books.
James Dean, our current points leader after 4 rounds. Let the conversation flow here. Hashtag FD Canada. I'm getting a lot of messages here. Kyle Cross, he's watching out there. Again, the Swans. Who else is watching out there? Hashtag FD Canada. Tag myself and Ryan. As again, we are having some fun here. Real casual Friday, as I always like to call it. And James Dean. Look at that Mustang Berg. Nice job giving out Team Love Tap. They're giving up. That's cool. They're in Sweden, so he's giving the Swedish times. It's very. That's going above and beyond. Mike Essa with a 76. So check at Formula D for all the updates and what's going on. So 7-6. And we are clear to send. We will take about a 5-minute break in between, but right now our current points leader, James Dean, can he come in on top? You know, from his native Ireland, he drives in a lot of wet conditions, so this is far removed from what he's seen before. He's seen a lot wetter conditions. Yes, getting into the tire particulates almost. Woo! He is just nosing in that Wordhouse Drift Team S15 all the way to the edge. Wow, precision driving here. You saw him just even throw some more angle at it. Around that final clip, Ryan, does that top an 87 or 84, 82? Where is he going to land? Again, we are just 1 run in of all our drivers as we await James Dean's score.
Well, no doubt it's going to be close. I think Turk maybe had a better bank than James, but James had a huge amount of fluidity, especially from lock to lock right here, coming out of that first outer zone. Very smooth and fluid right here to that first inside clip. And then you can see one of the few drivers really trying to attempt to get out to the touch and go. Maybe not as deep on that second outer zone at the beginning, but look at this on this second inside clip. Very few drivers are coming through with that rate of speed and able to hold it while having grip. So we're starting to see that the course is drying up. James Dean taking advantage of it there. We finish up our first run of qualifying. We'll go back to the bottom of the lineup, but let's see where James Dean slots in to qualifying overall.
All right, so we are awaiting the results. You can see the fans enduring. So the wind kicking up, and James Dean at 88. He takes the #1 position. So James Dean breaks down the sectors and breaks down the wall. He is our current Black Magic #1 qualifier. But every driver has 1 more qualifying run in their back pocket. Also, Ryan talked about 7 drivers, the top qualifiers, getting bye runs. You can add that to 8 because currently Jeff Jones does not have a #1 or doesn't have a qualifying score. So we'll see. When we come back, we'll continue here from round 5, what we call True North, round 5 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship, presented by Blackview Dash Cameras here at Autodrome St. Eustache. Ryan Sage, Jared Deanda, we're your tour guides, and the drivers are hitting the track for their second qualifying run when we return.
This presentation of Formula Drift has been brought to you by Black Magic, Own Your Shot, Air Force, Aim High, Hankook Tire, Driving Emotion, Falcon and High, Nuts with complexes for a high-performance engine.
Nosferatu drink? Oh, Kyle Busch. Oh, cash, credit, or debit?
Well, man, I'm fresh out, but it is my drink.
Oh, I mean, not really. I mean, it's more my drink.
I'll trade you my hat.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Get rowdy.
When you love your car, you wish you could check on it anytime, from anywhere. Blackview cloud-connected dash cams let you do just that. Your Blackview keeps you informed of status changes.
Yeah, what up? Who was that giving shout-outs? Lucaria, yeah, thanks, dog. Thanks for tuning in. What do you got? I didn't see it. I know we're live. I'm telling the fans, keep the conversation going. Hashtag FD Canada. Ryan got he got some power on the cookies, so he's good now. And talking to the officials, are we doing a recce run? Okay, so there will be another recce run. So Ryan said you'd see him 3 times. You'll see 4 runs. So 2 recce runs, 1 before each of their qualifying runs. Mark Landerville, who's had some great success here over the years through different sanction bodies and FD Canada. You know, I was talking to the track owners saying, you know, this is his track. Not so much anymore. I mean, there's some serious competition. You know, the Canadian contingent as well as a lot of American drivers coming up here and competing. Jonathan Nairn, you have Troy Manners, quite a few drivers.
Yeah, I think Nairn qualified #1 today in FTC.
Oh, he did?
I think so.
I
could be. I'm not 100% about that, but I thought that's what I heard.
You don't have to make stuff up, Ryan. Just please don't. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's comedy. Get it. Get some. All right, so hashtag FD Canada. It's a fantastic video of you, Ryan, that I just put on Insta Story. You can witness the cookiness, the cookie monster. So, let's see what we got here. Here comes Mark Landerville, Barrie Performance Center, Pink Paradise. Run BC S14. All right, Landerville. Let's see. No jokes here. Let's see him throw it out. Big angle there from Landerville. See if he stays with it. Doesn't get all the way out to the wall. I mean, again, as we progress through the drivers, loving the Achilles radial smoke. That is another sign that it's drying out more and more. Standing on the throttle. He's going to bring it into the front clip. Boom. Knocks it over. Says, get out of my way. Wow. And there he goes, firing off across the finish line. Landerville.
Well, Landerville was out there in pretty wet conditions the first time around. Not a lot of smoke. The second time around, it's pretty much full smoke all the way around from initiation. You can see getting on the throttle there. He's still choosing that kind of that mid-low line, so he's going to leave some line points on the table here. I like this smooth transition. Holds that angle probably just as long as you want to make his way out to the touch and go. A little bit on the inside of outer zone #2. And then right here, you can see there's that dry patch on the inside that James Dean took. He's able to hook up through that section, not get out into that wet area, and still able to draw a nice smooth arc into that second inside clip. So Landerville will most likely better his first run, given what we saw there, and he'll be done for the day. And up next, we will go to our next competitor here for his recon lap.
And scores are in for Landerville as Pat Gooden. Landerville, 82. Strong score there for Landerville. Mark Landerville, an 82. And here is Pat Gooden. Black Magic Intense S13. Pennzoil, Donna Hancock, all part of this Floridian driver. Passionate Pat, doing it for Dale. Yeah, buddy. Different strategies here, different strokes for different folks as far as the recce run and how they utilize it. Do they throw down basically like a qualifying run, or are they just going to kind of go through the course, find the patches, make sure the car runs?
Well, I saw Pat in the convenience store this morning, and he's actually
Great segue.
He's actually not feeling very well. He said he's got something like the flu.
Oh.
He had like 4 or 5 Gatorades and a bunch of water, and his throat was all hoarse. And I was like, "You all right, man?" He's like, "I'm not feeling too well."
Yeah.
So
he's not Pat Gooden, he's Pat Baden.
Yeah.
Dad jokes. Deal with it, guys. I'm a dad. Okay. Okay, Lantain. Keep your laughs. We got some good commentary going on down here on the ticker run on the tag board. Powered by Tagboard. Hashtag FD Canada. Got some Norwegians. Marius Pung. Pat Gooden, not feeling so good, but see if he can throw it down. All right. Front wheels locking up even. You know, they say when you're under the weather, sometimes that's when you do your best. And right now, Pat Gooden looks like he is smooth. Smooth operator. Call him Sade here. Yes, look at that. Out comes the Giant. Boom. Dialed in on that Blackmagic intense front clip. Big angle here. Wow. He missed that front clip, but I was beginning to say some athletes, you know, I had a friend who was an LPGA caddy. He said they always wanted the players that were a little under the weather. That way they let the club do the work. Golf, drifting, two very different sports, but you know, kind of just letting the car do the talking.
Well, no, it's a good comparison here because Pat starts off really strong on the bank, goes pretty deep into the zone there. Nice job by Pat. Good transition back around. You can see right on that first hash mark coming through that first inside clip. Doesn't really get as deep into the touch and go as you'd like to see, and also doesn't really feel that second outer zone, but a much better job on the second inside clip. And then right here, it's just going to go a little bit long. Actually, a lot bit long on that last inside clip, but overall, a good run for Pat. Should better his first score, and we'll see where that puts him as he is done for the day and can head back to the pits.
David Torres, thank you for having us, Canada. Holy James Dean, says Joshua Hartshorn. As Kyle, the Menace Mohan, got dry conditions, and the rotaries are wound up.
Take a look at this, Jared.
Yeah, what do we got here?
So we asked all the fans of the app to let's get the score first.
Pat Gooden, 74. 74 for Pat Gooden. And that does better his first score. So you said this is utilizing the Formula Drift app, and you asked who the #1 qualifier would be.
We asked them to predict who the #1 qualifier would be, and these are how the percentages came out. So you can see there.
Yeah, 21%. So James Dean, a majority, or I should say the highest percentage goes to James Dean, 21%. 14.2% with Ryan Turk. Then we got 11.5% Vaughn Gittin Jr. And then finally, no, I think the yellow's bigger, Frederick Osbo. So they basically say Dean, Turk, Gittin, and what did I just say last there? Osbo.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
so far.
Wow. Yeah. That's spot. These kids, man. Kids these days. Technology. All right. Here we go. Kyle Mohan. Let's see if he upsets this little survey here and says, no, I'm going to qualify first. Have yet to see Kyle Mohan on the podium. Want to see him get in the mix. He's been banging away for years from Long Beach. Him and his dad and his wife. Been heavily involved in Formula Drift, and right now gets to that second outer zone. Nice job by Mohan. Nexen tires, woo! Look at that, just working it around there. Saran wrapping it, keeping it fresh. Nice job by Kyle Mohan. Be nice to see him get one of those top 7 spots and get a bye run. I mean, still a lot of vehicles need to complete their second qualifying run, but that looked good.
Yeah, overall, this is a pretty good start here for Kyle Mohan. You can see he initiates nice and early, puts some angle in the vehicle, has a little bit of a hiccup there as he tries to find the line that he's looking for to wrap around the outer bank there. Doesn't get super deep into that zone. Nice job on that first inside clip. Misses the touch and go there and gets into that second outer zone quite a bit late. But as far as smoothness around that second inside clip, definitely nailed that one. And that last inside clip just a tiny bit long there, and Kyle Mohan will wrap up his day after finishing the second run in qualifying.
All right, so the Goosh, Ken Gooshie. The Goosh 2JZ powered Toyota Racing GT86, part of the Boost Brigade, the clothing brand, as we are waiting for the score. '76, nice job. So I talked about those 7 spots, those top 7 spots, and it could be possibly top 8 spots if Jeff Jones does not complete his second run. We'll get an update when it comes to his turn. Again, Ryan Sage and I are just talking to you out there in the live stream world. We have local French-speaking commentators speaking to the house here at Saint Eustache. All right, so the Goosh. And there it is, number 21, the OG original Gucci, Ken Shiro Gucci Hiro. I'm kidding. Kenshiro Gushihiro? Is that his name?
You got one too many heroes in there.
He is a hero.
He is.
He's everybody's hero. Kenshiro. Here we go. Goosh throws it in. A lot of drier conditions. Look at that, locking up the front wheels. A lot of these guys are skitching those front tires. You can see a big angle here from Goosh. Nice job. Nasty little flick there. Approaching the second outer zone. Doesn't get all the way out there. Like the fluidity. Drying out. Great grip. And past that final front clip. And the Nexen tires start cooling.
Well, Gucci was holding it down in that #1 spot for a while with the 73. Now you got to get into the 80s now, or high 70s, to get into one of those top 5 spots. Gucci starting off strong here. He's one of the first to get out to the bank deep. He does it again here, this time with drier conditions, lots of smoke coming off the vehicle. Nice smooth transition round. Is a tiny bit off that first inside clip, and you can see he doesn't completely get out to the touch and go, which is up on that wall there. And if you don't do that, you won't completely fill that second outer zone, but smooth around that last inside, that second to last inside clip, and then just about 6 inches off that final inside clip through the final turn there for Ken Gucci. So that will probably better his first score, but let's see where that slots him in. He's looking to get one of those top 5 spots, top 7 spots. As now we got Jonathan Castro hitting the course as the judges put in their scores.
Yeah. And Ken Gucci in 83 slides him into 4th, and 83 puts him into 4th. The Toyota 86 of Jonathan Castro, Jardot Metodam. On Nexen tires, Toyota Racing, Papadakis Racing. Lewis Clark wants to know where's his Oreo. Can you send him an organic O?
You should try to. Yeah, we should send him a digital one.
Yeah, send him a cookie. Send him a cookie. Mohan's best race. Look at that. Mona Mushroom calling him out. Here we go. Castro, see what you got. From Dominican Republic. Momo kitted and committed. See if he blends in with the wall, the red and white. Works it towards the latter portion of the outer zone. Into the second outer zone. Castro very fluid. Big. See him just rolling it out there. Very smooth. Really liked how smooth he was here. That could pay off in head-to-head. He's got a score. He's going to be in 32. Will he land in the 16? Yeah, the fast batch, I should say.
Well, we've certainly seen Jonathan Castro have some really, truly high points this season, and really just advancing in his driving overall, looking like a strong contender here. He doesn't really get deep into that first outer zone. You can see he does much better job on that touch and go. A lot of drivers that are coming through that first inside clip are shooting straight for that second outer zone. But I like the way that he wraps around this second inside clip, and then big angle here with the nice snap. Doesn't have to pull too much angle out, just makes a slight adjustment. And a lot of times guys will make that adjustment to pull the angle out of the car because they knew they pushed it too far, and he was able to make it look pretty good. So nice job by Jonathan Castro overall. As now Justin Pollock hits the course for his recon run.
Oh, this is yeah, my own close friends. Who is that? Hartshorn? Nice. Well, you're welcome. So this is interesting because well, Castro with an 82 for Castro. Justin Pollock, he had an incomplete run. So he needs to get a score. It's do or die for him. He's going to fare a lot better in these conditions, a lot wetter earlier. Now it's drying out. Big things from Pollock?
Yeah, it's interesting to think about, you know, are you tempted to do the big, you know, backwards entry, try to go for the 90-plus score, get the #1 qualifying, you know, or is it play it safe, maybe land outside the top 7, but then, you know, have to do an extra round of competition? And Justin only has one chance to figure that out right here, so.
Yeah. He's got to do it. You got to wonder what's going through his mind, what his spotter's telling him. And all right, JTP, Justin Pollock. Saw his son Jackson here hanging out with him in the driver's meeting, really getting the full immersion to the drifting experience. Here we go. Justin Pollock. There we go. That looks a lot more composed, but now just throwing it in. So as you said, Ryan, kind of risk it, no biscuit. Looks like he's going for it. Max angle there. Almost perpendicular. Out to the outer zone. Nice job by Pollock. Boom. Barely just kissing, smooching that black magic. Intense. Now knocking that one over just to spite it as Justin Pollock. Ryan, is that a top 7 run, top 8 run, or is it #1?
It certainly looks like a top run to me. The only thing that he really held back on was the initiation, but it was still, you know, pretty solid overall. He didn't go for that big flick, high rate to angle initiation that we've known Justin for, but he still did a pretty good job in looking like that he was taking an aggressive approach. As you can see, he comes right into it, locks the angle in. Now he's looking for this line. He's going to go from the middle of the bank and shoot out as wide as he can. Doesn't scrape the bumper, but gets real deep into that zone. And then nice snap back, super tight on that inside clip. And again, one of the few drivers actually attempting to get out to that touch and go. When you do that, it helps you fill that second outer zone better. The fluidity coming through this second to last inside clip is really good from Justin. And you can see another smooth transition, just glancing that inside clip. And those are not going to be deductions for him. Those are acceptable hits of those inside clips. And as we see Chelsea DeNovo come out on course, the judges digesting that run from Justin Pollock, I think that will put him in the top 7.
And Justin Pollock with an 88. An 88 puts him in the #1 spot from 0 to hero. From a 0 to an 88, Justin Pollock puts it up. I'm talking about a high score. So great exposure to him. And what's interesting, Ryan, is we haven't really, I mean, we broke it down early on in the show. If you watch the opening, you know, Lantain breaking down the sectors is the kind of buzzword as previous years. But the sectors, specifically on that initiation, it's broken down into 2 sectors.
Yeah, it's if you look at the track map, and we'll walk through it again tomorrow, all of the line and angle points are basically mirrored in the sector, so they're worth exactly the same amount of points. And then it really just comes down to what can you do for the 30 points that you have for initiation, fluidity, and or impact. Excuse me, initiation, fluidity. Yeah, and commitment for those next 30 points, and that's where it made the difference for Justin.
Let's see how Chelsea dissects this course here. The St. Eustache course. Looking a lot stronger here on the second run. These guys are getting ideal conditions. Chelsea DeNovo, the first to tap the wall, come out unscathed. Woo! Big angle here. Can he knock down that other Mustang of Justin Pollock? Chelsea DeNovo. It is SHGR. Say howdy, get rowdy, as he is on fleek, as the kids say. Woo! Look at that. Nice job. Netto tires on point. BC Racing. Ford Performance Mustang RTR. Ryan, is that enough to take down the other Mustang, one of 3 of JTP?
Well, I think from the onset, it was a much more aesthetically kind of pleasing run compared to Justin's in terms of the amount of smoke generated and the commitment here up against the wall. Now, what we're going to see from the Pollock's run, it's not going to hold first place anyways because he has that incomplete of run #1, and James Dean still has the second run. So as long as he even gets a score, he's going to have the tiebreaker there. So that JTP's not going to hold that #1 spot. But going back to DeNovo here, you can see as he transitions back around from inside clip 2 to inside clip 3, that snappy, quick rate to angle initiation into that last section of the course. Very impressive. He did push a little bit long, dropped a tire, but overall solid run, and we'll see how the judges treat that overall. There was not too many mistakes there, and again, a very Chelsea DeNovo style type run where you have some aggressiveness, really just on on the edge of being out of control, but still holding it together. And of course, you know, losing a few body panels.
Yeah, I mean, that's an 87. Wow, so an 87 there for Chelsea DeNofa. I mean, that's nothing to bat an eye with, but you know, bat an eye at, but still a strong score. But puts him into third. So an 87 there for Chelsea DeNofa puts him into the number 3 position unofficially. So Jeff Jones, we talked about him. We did not see his first qualifying run, and now here he is. He has to, it is do or die. One and done, or one and he's in. So Jeff Jones on Hankook tires, the Doc X. He's got some Edelbrock, got the Edelbrock supercharger under the hood on his LS, the Megan Racing. ACT clutches. See a few of his sponsors there. But it's good to see Jeff Jones make the voyage up here to Montreal. All right, so this is his recce run. Wonder, you know, we're up here in the judges' booth in the announcer's box. Wonder what happened there to Jeff Jones where he could not have his first qualifying run.
Yeah, we didn't really hear much from the race director or anybody on track about what happened. My guess would be, you know, there's probably some sort of mechanical. There's no strategic reason not to do your first run. So, you know, that's probably what happened there. Maybe just not prepared from practice, or something happened in practice would be my guess.
All right, looks like and Jeff Jones will make his way back to the start. All right, so we are hearing from the officials some good inquiry here that he was having some steering issues, and it looked like he worked it out because that looked strong.
You need the steering wheel. Must turn in drifting.
Jesus, take the wheel. Jeff Jones, his first one and done or one and in. Relentless, Jeff Jones. Keeping it clean, keeping it off the wall, keeping it together. As you said, Ryan, for JTP, you know, his strategy was go for it. He took that #1 spot. That's how JTP has gained the kind of the fans that he's created. And right now, Jeff Jones keeping it clean, keeping it consistent. Very fluid, knocking out that final front clip. That's going to get a score on the board. We're going to see him in the show tomorrow, which is fantastic.
Yep, that's the most important thing. Jones will be in the show. It's just a matter of where he's going to slot into those positions that we have remaining out there. Let's take a look at this here. You can see on initiation, a little e-brake pull, then gets into it, trying to find his way here, kind of moving the front wheels around a little bit, not fully locked in, but decent job getting locked in to the latter part of that zone, considering this is his first run. Nice job on that inside clip. Again, one of the few drivers trying to get out to that touch and go, but doesn't completely fill that second outer zone. The judges have that the outer zone line right up on the edge of the course there. And as Jones finishes up that last inside clip, he's going to just tap it there a little bit. Should be a good score for Jones, and into tomorrow's competition, which that's the most important thing. And then we'll move on to the next driver here.
Pet Nielsen, how we doing? And Sean Woods Media watching, hashtag FD Canada. Boom, a 70 for Jeff Jones, puts him into 17th. But more importantly, he's in head-to-head competition tomorrow. Little Tex, Nate Hamilton, and Juku Racing, Hankook Tires, BC Racing, turbocharged LS. And here is, again, S13.4. Been piloting the S chassis his entire competitive career. Having seen Nate Hamilton develop over the years. It's great to see him back here in pro competition. Justin Pollock still leading the pack with an 88. James Dean right behind him, but it's basically going to be, we'll take the higher score of the two. If there's a tie, default to the second, and then there's a whole process. So both those guys with an 88. Here comes Nate Hamilton. Can he better his first score? Hamilton throws it in. You can see some a quick little hiccup there, a heel click, and firing off. Can he make it a stanky one? We'll find out. Hangs it out, tied to the front clip. Ooh, yes. Like that. A lot better around that second front clip. Big angle there. That thing looked like it just blew over, like just barely. A 61 on his first run. A 61 on his first run. Can he throw it down? Yeah, there's another driver there, Matt Kaufman. He has a 0 as well.
Yeah, he's got to put down a solid run here on his run number 2. But before we get to that, let's take a look at Nate Hamilton here, who benefits from a much drier track this time around, especially on that second inside clip that we'll see here on the latter part of the course. Hamilton on that midline, not really getting fully deep into that zone to the latter section there. Good transition back around to that first inside clip. Great job getting out to that touch and go. Again, we're not seeing a lot of drivers really utilize that, and that's really there to set you up for that second outer zone. Now through that second inside clip is Nate Hamilton. Much better job. That's where he was having trouble the last time around. And then through that final inside clip goes Nate Hamilton. You see Matt Field taking the course. And remember, Matt Field had a blistering run in run number 1. Put himself in good position here, but now again, like the rest of the drivers, as long as this holds up, he will be benefiting from a much drier track and favorable conditions.
Nate Hamilton with an 82, and 82 puts him into the 8th position. Matthew Zarnowski, thanks for watching with his bro from Georgia and Florida-Georgia line. And the Florida-Georgia line. Jacob Varani. Yes, Pollock did kill it. Call the cops. And Pollock again still leading. Let's see what Matt Field is going to throw down. A 72 on his first run. 72 on his first run. And here he comes. Pow! See the flames as the sun is setting here. Matt Field. Look at that, now works it in the second half of that outer zone. The beast from the Bay showing his claws. Yes. Second outer zone. Boom. Just barely wrapping it around. And just tipping that final front clip.
Well, no doubt this is going to get him into the 80s. It's just a matter of how high up there. I mean, that's pretty close to a lot of the other top runs that we've seen. You can see it's a very conservative initiation. He kind of rolls into it with the e-brake pull, but as soon as he gets to this middle section of the course, he does exactly what the judges asked him to do. Get deep into that zone, ride it all the way around to that red and yellow marker. Comes off that zone into that first inside clip, tries to reach out for the touch and go, and there you can see the beginning of the second outer zone. He leaves right here, draws a nice arc into this second inside clip. And the judges talked about various lines you could take there. Matt takes a tighter one around that inside clip. And then again, through that last turn, very tight on that final inside clip, making it look real easy out there. And I think that's going to be a very high score for him. So great job there. Is now Peter Vincek out on course for his second run.
Peter Vincek. Chandler 16 TC, Crawford Racing. Yeah, I did S13. Somebody sent me a photo of my old mini truck S13. They sent me, they had the camo and green headlight cover from the S13 that I had back in the day. Matt Field, who took over Drift Life magazine. He was doing an Instagram takeover, Drift Life mag. He got an 86, so check out Matt Field at Matt Field 777, the Beast from the Bay, also taking over Drift Life magazine's Instagram. So cool perspective there. Poutine and Oreos, always a fan favorite. Ryan actually crumbles the organic Oreos over his poutine, and then
that's how I get my sugar content. You got high fat, carbohydrates, sugar. Well, sugar.
Where do the powder supplements come into play? That just gets me jacked up, dude. Fully torqued. Peter Vincik gets up. Poland, take it all. Here we go, Peter Vincik. Wardhouse Drifting, Falcon Tires. Yeah, attaboy. Consistent smoke all the way through. You can hear the exhaust note. All the JZs. Count them, 1, 2 JZs. Ooh. Oh, he was in fuego up until that point. Just, oh my gosh, I'm doing it, and then just overshot that front clip. I could see Peter's got some intense eyes. I could see him just getting fully torqued and overshooting that front clip.
Yeah, great run from Peter. You can see that spark coming off the car as he kind of bottomed out there, the suspension. But right out of the gate, you can see he's actually going to get into the zone a lot earlier than is actually required of him. Does a nice job filling that snappy transition back around, using the entirety of the course. And then right there, probably the deepest we've seen somebody go to attempt to get out to that touch and go. But then he pays the price for it here as he goes way outside. So he's going to lose some line points there. But I think overall, the run is very impressive, and you can't take away too much for missing just one section of the course. So he'll take some line points off the table, but great job overall. And I think he was kind of, do you even drift, bro, after that run?
Do you even drift, bro?
Yeah.
I don't even think you drift. Yeah, I think he he went to go bake the cookies and just left them in too long and got a little burnt.
He said, yeah, just left it on.
I still eat the cookies with an 86, and 86 is Peter Vincik. 86. Look at that smile, says it all. Peter Vincik, 86. Chris Forsberg with his recce run. McRib, dude, don't even tease me. McRib, the seasonal meat sandwich. Why is it seasonal? It is the magic meat. It's my nickname in college. And as we have Chris, the Forrest Forsberg NOS Energy Drink, 370Z on Hankook tires. Another round here in this twin turbo VQ setup. Can it take it to the top? Let's find out. Can he top Justin Pollock with an 88? Come to that first outer zone. Take an approach similar to the other drivers. Getting tight towards the latter portion, or the second sector, because it's split in two. Now into the second outer zone. I mean, look at the flames coming out of all orifices of the vehicle. And now transitioning into that final front clip. Gaining some cackles from the peanut gallery up here. I mean, the holes, flames coming from all of them. Right, Ryan?
Yeah, I guess so. So Chris Forsberg here starting off on his second run and looking pretty solid here on the first half. You can see he's going to get deep into this zone, does a nice job there, doing some left foot braking. But watch this as he transitions. He's going to do it a little bit early there. Going to hit that inside clip, but he's able to reach out to that touch and go. But you can see he comes off the second outer zone, or he comes into the second outer zone a little bit late. And then right here, tight on that second inside clip. Nice fluid motion back around to that final last turn and inside clip, and just the car sounding amazing. You can see flames coming out all over the places, or hashtag Jared's word, and
just making it my own word. That's proper though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of scrutinize some of my words, and sometimes I speak incorrectly.
I think it's appropriate for the drift audience, probably, I guess.
There's Forsberg with 79, so does better as 64, does not get one of the top 7 spots, or 8 at this point, but Forsberg does get 79. We'll see him in head-to-head action tomorrow. Right now, Alec Honordale, look at the flow of that car. It's really rocking from left to right. All right, so on Adele, the funky Homo sapien. Cheer on, please. Just no, Monster. Sorry, I can. And Forsberg gets the win. Oh, goodness. And here comes Honadel. Honadel, whoa, getting intimate with the wall. Nice, oh, shattering some carbon. Yeah, I was gonna say, Honadel's kept onto his body kit for both runs. Now that Race Factory wing looks like it's seen better days, but evidence of getting tight to the wall, and it's just flapping away. Whoa, boom goes the dynamite, it's a party. Alec Honadale's your ringleader.
That was awesome.
Cool wing, bro.
That was awesome. First guy to kind of do a fate entry there, and you can see he's going to push a little bit hard here. Should have got into the bank probably about midway through. Then you can see right here he taps the wall. He's able to hang it onto it, which is really impressive, and still get back around to that second, or that first inside clip rather. Some backfire there through the second outer zone. Really just running through the course with incredible amount of speed. Nice snappy transition back around. Boom, pops that thing up in the air and pieces flying all over the car. So Alec Honadale, impressive there, able to hang on after big contact with the wall in turn one. And looking like, let's see, what was the score on run number one? 57, so yeah, that'll definitely better at 57. So he was going for it there, so nice job by him. Just have to make a couple little repairs, a little patchwork.
Just little dab will do it. Just some zip ties and some racing tape. We'll be back out there ready to party tomorrow. I want to thank Urban Air Initiative. Fix your fuel. 79 for Injuku Racing. FixYourFuel.com. S14 Alec Honadale. Just gonna put a little bubblegum race tape. We'll be back in the mix. Dai Yoshihara, turn 14 distribution, Falcon Tires, Subaru BRZ. All right. So this recce run here for Dai Yoshihara. Okay, and Dai, a couple more clips on his recce run.
All over the world. And it's an honor to have him here at the Montreal team. Oh, sure. Oh, so Dai, then we'll have Matt Kaufman.
All right, here we go. Dai Yoshihara. Yoshihara can't any better his first score of a 70, as you can see it, currently 19th. Let's get up in the mix. Come on, Dai. Seems to be the approach, the second half, the second sector of the outer zone. Hangs onto the wall, barely nicking that first front clip. Now into the second outer zone. Look at that, just the front half of the car just floating, hovering into the second front clip. Ripping, knocking out that final. What do you got? What do you got?
Well, let's see. Yoshihara is just outside the top 7, I believe, right now. He's got a 70, so he's got a little bit of work to do here. Nice initiation by Dai. You can see he locks into that angle. Let's see where he enters the bank. Right about that midline, so that's pretty good. He could have got a little bit deeper there, but he was able to get in, at least attempting to get deeper into the wall, right at that midline where the judges are asking. Super tight on that first inside clip. He doesn't really have the impact that like even Honadale's run had, even though he had made some mistakes there. you see the guys that are getting these really high scores have that really fine line that they're trying to thread there between being out of control and in control. Dye, nice and consistent and smooth. He's going to get a good score here. I'm just not sure that it's going to get him up to the number one qualification.
Yeah. So Matt Kaufman out there on course, and this is another situation where he has a 0 on his first run. He needs to put down a score. And contrary to popular belief or what it might seem, I am not inebriated on any substances whatsoever. Just having some fun here as we're having some fun up here in Canada, Ryan. And an 80 for Dai Yoshihara puts him into 14th. Ryan, some people are inquiring if I'm drunk.
Oh, no, I can verify that that's not the case.
Completely sober, just high on life in the presence of greatness.
Hey, grab another beer.
Shh. Oh, too funny. I like it when it's like this. It's good times. Not that the others are bad. This is just fun.
It's managing live and live stream, which is a lot harder to do.
For sure. Here we go. Matt Kaufman. World War Kaufman. Come on, he had a fantastic run up until that first front clip. Can he put it down now? Man, he is just standing on it. You can see him kind of slowly moving through the course, but it is just maxed out. You know, speed no longer criteria. It's all about, again, initiation, fluidity, commitment, angle, line, style. What you got? There, he is past the point of no return for him. Big angle there from Kaufman. The machine was built for war. World War Kaufman. What do you say, Ryan?
Well, he's 100% in the show now. It's just a matter of where the score is going to be. A good, solid run overall for Matt Kaufman. We'll take a look at it. He's going to miss a touch and go, and I think that that's going to be something that we're going to talk a lot about this weekend. You know, the judges have placed some emphasis on that. There's certainly points there, and it really does help set you up for that second outer zone. Let's take a look at Kaufman here on the big bank. You can see he doesn't get as deep as you'd like him to, but he stays at least on a mid-high line throughout the majority of the bank, or from the middle section over. Nice job on that inside clip. And then there you can see bypasses the touch and go, gets into the second outer zone a little bit late there. Much better job on that second inside clip. That's where he had problems the first time around. Much drier now. Smooth, fluid through that final turn. Drops a tire, throws some mud, and he'll be in the show. And let's see where score comes in.
He's doing the Mr. Miyagi to you. The healing.
It worked pretty good. That's where I need some healing too.
Yeah, I need some healing. All right, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Sweet A's. Vaughn Gittin, Monster Energy, Nitto Tire, Ford Performance, Mustang RTR. We got the windows cracked so we can feel it. Listening to commentary greatness. Everybody's Andrew K, WBMX, or I called him Andrew. Yeah, it is Andrew.
People
K.
are really digging the Oreos.
I know, but they don't know they're actually not Oreos. Maybe we can get an endorsement here. What's the brand?
Candia.
Candia. Get some Candia. These are an all-organic Oreo alternative. So an 81 for Matt Kaufman. An 81 puts him into 13th position. Matt Kaufman. How does it feel, Matt? An 81 gets you into lucky 13. Is it lucky or unlucky? All right, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Joplin, Maryland. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. As he was one of the top 4 qualifiers according to you, the fans. Oh boy, that thing is gripping up and not getting him all the way out to outer zone. So it seems that the track conditions have not favored Vaughn because he is really linking up. Where the rubber meets the road. Look at that thing. Woo, it is bouncing all over the place. Looking like he's in a bounce house. No shoes allowed. Ooh, lifting that front right tire off. Cool as ice.
Well, I don't think Vaughn's going to be the happiest about that run. It certainly did not look Vaughn-esque on this section of the course. You can see right here, right out of the gate, car starts gripping up, moving forward. He's on a middle line there. You can see he tries to get the butt of the vehicle out to the outer zone, but by the time he gets to this section of the course, it's too late. He's a little bit off that inside clip. Better job on the touch and go, but as he's bouncing around the course here, he's trying to make up some ground to try to get some of those line points back from the bank. Better jump through that second inside clip. And then right there, through the finish line. is Vaughn Gittin Jr. So that pretty challenging job for Vaughn on the bank, and I think he's going to lose a few points there. I'm not sure that that's going to be the run that he wants to take into tomorrow's competition, but nonetheless, that'll be it.
So sorry, I just thought about it, and another driver, Dean Carney, he needs to get a score, otherwise he will not be in the mix tomorrow. His Oracle Lighting Achilles Radial Dodge Viper, he had troubles on his first run, so now he needs to put it down. Hopefully he's taking notes, his spotter's in his ear. Just get it together, get a run on the board, because his Viper looks great until right there. That's when he rotated last time, so we need to see Dean put it down. Actually, sorry, he got into the dirt and then he spun out. So Vaughn with a 78. A 78 puts him into 18th. He betters his first score. Red Baron Racing, how we doing, Donovan? Oh my Honda Inc. 7313. Are you seeing these comments? I am not. Ryan, I bring out a breathalyzer. I have not had a beverage yet. Oh, man. All right, so Pollock still leads the pack, 88. James Dean with the 88, but he does have a second run. Max Frolic, whatever's cold. And Ryan Turk with an 87, Field with an 86. Where is Dean going to place himself? I have high hopes that I think he's going to do good right here. I think he's going to show up and really drop a big score. All right, so the Oracle Line Achilles Radial Dodge Viper in that first outer zone. Look at the trail of evidence. Yes, the Dodge Viper of Dean. Approaching that final front clip. And knocks it out. Ryan, what do you think, top 10?
Yeah, I think so. I think really the only mistakes there is he could have been deeper in this section of the course here. And he made a little bit of mistake coming off the bank into inside clip number 1. See, some of the guys are getting into the zone a little bit earlier and they're getting deeper. Watch right here as he comes off through this first inside clip. Right there, just makes a little bit of mistake where he pulls some angle out of the car, so not to hit that first inside clip. But better job here through that second outer zone. Nice and tight on that second inside clip. And finally, wrapping it up around that final inside clip is Dean. So he's in the show. Nice job by him to not succumb to the pressure. And let's see where he slots in.
Christophe Bluch, so Canadian, a Latvian. I mean, look at the diversity. We have, you know, the Irish driver of Dean, James Dean. You got Norwegian. So Christophe Bluch, he had a phenomenal first run. You wonder if the drier conditions are going to help him or hurt him. Is he going to better it? Who would win a fight, me or you, Ryan?
Other people have asked me that too.
I know.
I think, I mean, I definitely have speed on you for sure.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Yeah.
just getting really bold.
But if you smother me, it could be shot.
Smother?
Yeah.
Wow, what is this, like a grade school, like, hey, you fat double hard? Like, I felt like that's what an 84 for Dean Carney. So he does get in the top 10, and 8th position for Dean Carney as it stands right now. So a great showing from him. If we don't get the McRib, can we at least have Domino's hot dog stuffed crust? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't take hits very well. I've only fought twice in my life. Once was in middle school, and the other, did you know this? Do you know where I fought the other time?
No.
Novato, California, after Formula Drift Sonoma.
No way.
It was a total bar fight.
Dang.
It was a great one. I mean, there were quite a few drivers that are in the grid currently or past, and or judges that actually got in the antics. All right, here we go. And Christophe Bluch isn't really on the loud pedal right now, but you can see the smoke now turning up. So the rotations of the Achilles. That was kind of interesting though, huh? Because it had the angle, but didn't have the rah. There it is. That's the note we're looking for. But I mean, they're not judged on exhaust note. It was just interesting. Whoa, big angle there from Christophe. And you see him just knocking over that final clip in the corner worker, really getting a workout.
Well, Kristaps has certainly been one of the guys to watch this year. He's had so many awesome moments. He speaks his mind. He's hilarious. He's a great guy, and he's an excellent driver. And as you can see here, he's not afraid to get into the wall, and he gets in nice and early. He stays deep, has a little bit of a flub right there, but he's able to keep the car with some sense of fluidity through that first inside clip. Now he tries to get out to that second outer zone. Watch that left front right there. It's going to pick up off the ground very tight through that section. You can see just rocket ship through that second inside clip and then through the finish line. So Kristaps Blush continuing to show how quick that vehicle is, as we'll wait for the score and take a look at Odi Bakchis as he heads out on his recon lap.
Mama Bear 86, what's your least, I'm assuming that's a typo there, what's your least favorite F1 track? That's kind of a hard question. It's kind of like your kids. But, you know, I used to not like New Jersey, to be honest. I used to really not like it. But it's made some fantastic battles, and I know the photographers really enjoy it, and it does make for some dynamic, you know, dynamic driving. What would you say your least favorite track is?
Interesting. You know, I mean, I would have to just say in general. There you go. You got Kristaps at third place.
Oh, there you go. Kristaps Blush with an 88 puts him into third position. One of those top spots that he's going to get a bye run with only a few drivers left. I believe that pretty much puts him into the top 16, the fast pass.
I would say that the one that we suffer the most in is Orlando for sure.
Right.
It's just hard to avoid the heat in general, so that makes it hard, you know, especially on the drivers. And I'm sure a lot of the drivers think that as well. But you know, we've seen some great action there, so it's hard. Yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of like saying which one is your worst kid.
Right.
You know? Oh, it's definitely Daryl.
That Ryan, he's just can't keep his finger out of his nose. Can't keep his finger out of all of his orifices. All right, so we have Odi Bakchis leaving the start line. The Falcon tires, drifts, Arcor wheels for the street. S14 on field suspension. Some ARC Performance products underneath it as well. Let's see, look at that car. I mean, the dynamics of it, gripping up, but ripping into it. Doesn't get tight to either of those sectors. But man, I mean, this thing, I don't know if it's because we're in this room right now, but the cars are just absolutely projecting the exhaust note. I mean, it is just echoing through St. Eustache.
Well, really impressive run by Odi, but he did really not do as well as he could have on this section of the course here or the touch and go. Let's take a look at this one more time. Kind of like Vaughn, he grips up a little bit. He doesn't have enough momentum to push himself out to the outer part of that zone, which is where you're going to pick up, you know, those line points. And then through this section of the course here, he transitions and does not get out to the touch and go. And as we find Odi wrapping around this second inside clip, much better job there. Good transition back. Nice and smooth. So just a couple little mistakes from Odi. I think he is sitting on a 80, so he's already got a really good score. Can he better that here after that run? Let's find out as Ryan Turk now takes his recon lap.
Ryan Turk in the Gum Out Hankook Tires, Nameless Performance, Toyota Racing, Toyota 86. Ryan Turk kind of looking a little villain-esque. He's got the black nose and the evil eyes, almost Batman. And I see somebody. Who is your favorite era Batman, Ryan? You know, because you go through them. You got the Keaton, right? The OG Michael Keaton. I mean, you go Adam West if you want. You know, rest in peace, Adam West. But you got Keaton. You got what's his name? I mean, Christian Bale. So go, Batman.
Oh, definitely Ben Affleck.
that's what I was looking for, Ben Affleck.
Keaton and Bale for sure.
Really?
For sure, yeah.
You'd go, yeah, Keaton and Bale. Yeah. Like, so Keaton, do your Keaton, Batman.
Let's see.
Like, what's your name? Who are you? I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Yeah, and then you're. Oh, hold on. You're Odi Bakchis. Speaking of Bakchis, man, Odi Bakchis. 85, and 85 puts him into 8th. So Odi Bakchis with an 85 puts him into 8th qualifying position. So, and then the Christian Bale.
His is more angry.
I'm Batman.
yeah.
You want to get a score? You're gonna have to put down a phenomenal run. So I'm gonna do Ryan Turk's run here in Batman voice. Ryan Turk in the Come Out Toyota Racing Toyota GT86. Oh, no, all joking aside, this is all serious. These guys are the teams and all the sponsors have worked hard and effortlessly to really forge a championship run, and the guys that are up here willing to put on a show at just an iconic track. So here we go. Ryan Turk, shoot for it. He's currently 5th. He already has a great run, and he is already going to be seeing himself in the top 16. But right now, Ryan Turk, keep it off the wall. No, not what he wants to do. And this is the moment where you're like, why are you pushing that hard? Oh no, so the gum out. Nameless Performance, Hankook Tires, Toyota Racing, Toyota GT86. Ryan, this is where it begs the question. You're already 5th. You had a bye run. Ryan, why did you push too hard?
Well, we talked about this quite a bit in the drivers' meeting, and one of the points that was brought up by the judges was that the first half of the bank actually does not have a perfect kind of angle to it all around. It kind of comes in and out in certain places, and it doesn't really start getting like a real arc until about the middle section, and that's why the judges say wait till the middle section if you'll get full points if you enter there. Turk got into it real early, and you can see there's a lot of tire that will start to add up as the drivers go through there, and that can really cause a loss of traction. And then once you get sucked up in the bank, Ryan, you can see Ryan's trying to turn out, but he just can't.
You're in the tire particulates. It eats you up, and as you said, it's not a perfectly round. It's not just a ball cut in half, not a circle. It's not a semicircle. It's more of a bell curve. It really kind of has an arc to it. It's not a semicircle. So again, thanks for joining us here. We'll make sure that Ryan is safe. It didn't look like, too hard of a hit. There he is. He's out of the car. So that's a great thing. More than anything, ego's bruised and the vehicle has seen better days, but fortunately they have all the way from today till tomorrow through the 32. He's currently sitting top 5. He has a great qualifying position. So when we return, we'll continue with the second qualifying runs for the remaining drivers here at round 5 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. Ryan Sage, Jared Deanda. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are still cleaning up Ryan Turk's calamity there in that first initiation point, but now's a great time to download the app, the Formula Drift app. Not only can you win things, you can get exclusive content. I mean, look at the list here. Live scoring, alerts and stats, exclusive content, breaking news, notifications, access to free live stream, ability to buy tickets, the new FD Fan Rewards program, which you can get points, and as also the exclusive games, contests, special video features, even giving away some wheels, some centerline wheels. Just go online, leave a comment, and you could win some drifts or centerline wheels, courtesy of Formula Drift and both centerline and drifts wheels. Again, download the app now. Also, text to win a Blackview dash camera. If you haven't seen it, this is basically you and your car connected, because the camera goes through your phone. You can see what's going on, or you document. Ken Gushi had an incident a couple times, actually. I don't know if he has bad luck or he's luckily got a Blackview dash camera, but you can win. How? It is actually, it is BVCAN? No, BVMONT. BVMON1. BVMON1. So it is not NJ. It's BVMON1 to 38714 to win a free Blackview dash camera. Must be 18 or over to enter. And this is retail value of almost $400. But the dash camera documents, again, while you're driving or while you're parked, and making sure that your car stays safe. And Ken Gushi was in the fast lane, and a dude blitzes by him, knocks off his mirror, and fortunately the Blackview dash camera caught the action, caught the guy, and ended up getting his mirror fixed. So again, text BVMON1 as in Montreal 1 to 38714, and you can win a Blackview dash camera. Also, the Takata wallet, the signature green Takata harnesses. Now it could be in your back pocket or your purse, whatever vehicle you use. Autographed Takata wallets signed by drivers that utilize Takata harnesses in their vehicles. Frederick Osbo, Matt Field, Chris Forsberg, Ken Gushi, Mad Moik, and Ryan Turk. Get yours at TakataRacing.com. Again, autographed Takata Formula Drift wallets. So Ryan Turk still down there, and the safety crew, not feverishly, but as you could see, getting them there. Only a few more cars left. Ryan Turk 5th in points, so 4 more vehicles left. 4 more vehicles left, and the lights are on. Tomorrow, Ryan, are we looking at the forecast? Can we look at the FD Cast 101? Anybody got forecast?
Yeah, it's looking great.
Yeah, it's looking good. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. I just want to make sure. Just want to lock it in.
We'll be here in the Batcave, literally.
Yeah.
This is the Batcave.
This is the Batcave.
Yeah.
We're in it. We're alive. Somebody asked for a Spider-Man voice. What would that be?
Too many characters, I think. Too many.
Spider-Man's too many characters?
I mean, too many.
Too many actors.
Too many actors. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's just like, I don't know, Grandma. Like that's what I like. Kind of. Ooh. And then I'm Spider-Man. Hey. Ooh. I'm hanging upside down. Like the only way you could tell that I'm doing a Spider-Man voice is by me saying I'm Spider-Man. Yeah. I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, you would be like, well, I'm not too impressed with that. Great. See, sounds good.
Don't call us. We'll call you. I'm Spider-Man. Golly gee. I'm like the pimply kid on The Simpsons. All right, so there's Ryan Turk. Turk, grab a broom, buddy. You made this mess. All right, so Ryan Turk. Cars on the flatbed. We'll get it off. And we'll continue back. So again, just a few more cars left. Are they even going to have their run? Given that I think they're all qualified pretty high. They might be in buy runs. So the Gum Out, Nameless Performance, Hankook Tires, Toyota Racing, Toyota GT86, exit stage left. When we come back, take a short break here. When we come back, we'll continue with run 2 of the qualifying runs here at round 5 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship, presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. We'll be back. Welcome back as, excuse me, we are ready and waiting for Frederick Osbo. So now's, again, another time for you to win a set of wheels. How? Well, you're going to snap a photo and hashtag FDCenterline17. So tag a photo of you watching this weekend's event, hashtag FDCenterline17. Enter to win a free set of Centerline muscle car wheels as run by Chelsea Denofa on his BC Racing Nitto Tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR. So again, hashtag FDCenterline17. So if you want a different variety, because there's many flavors out there when it comes to wheels, you could win a set of Drifts wheels as well, as run by that of Odi Bakshi's. Tag a photo of you watching this weekend's event, hashtag FDDrifts15. Enter to win a set of Drifts wheels, DRIFZ. So again, hashtag FDDRIFZ15. Enter to win a free set of Drifts, hardcore wheels for the street. Frederick Osbo should be making his way any moment. Any moment. And now. How about now? The Rockstar Energy Drink Nexen Tires. Toyota Racing Toyota Corolla IM is pulling up now. Really cool entry. I like how they go under the thing and get some cool photos. Andy Yen, one of our judges, took a couple cool photos from overhead. This place is going to be bananas tomorrow. I'm excited. Ryan Sage fully torqued. He's hopped up on cookies, supplements, just the fillings of the cookies. More than a filling. Here comes the Norwegian Hammer. This is his recce run. Look at him working that wheel. Looks like he hit a beehive in there. Swinging his arms. I can't think of it right now. Oh, doctor! You can't just put it out there. It's got to be warranted. It's got to be provoked when people ask for an "oh, doctor." What's really in those organic cookies? Keep it legal. Yee. Ryan's team be like. All right, so Frederick Osbo, whip it around. When a problem comes along, he must whip it into shape. Glad that some people are enjoying our commentary. We're having a good time. But push comes to shove. These guys got to put it down. Frederick Osbo, leave the start line. Osbo, is he going to get one of those top spots? Here we go. The Rockstar Energy Drink. Nexen Tire, Toyota Racing Toyota Corolla IM into that second sector. Gets tight to the wall, transitions past the first front clip. Is he going to get the fast pass into the top 16? You know he wants to get it. Again, fighting for another championship run. He won in 2015. Can he do it again? Kind of crawling around that. Not I mean, you know, comfortable, good spot. Well, you think that gets in the mix?
He needs an 87 to get into the top 5. He's got an 84 right now. Let's see how he does here. He does enter about mid-bank right there. Doesn't get completely deep into that zone. Kind of has a little bit of a weird straightening coming off. Not quite a zero straightening, but just a little bit of a mistake from that transition. Nice job getting out to the touch and go. Fills that second outer zone. Smooth through this second inside clip here. Nice transition back around. Big angle there from Frederick Osbo and through the finish line. So does that get him into the top 5? He'll settle for the top 7, but he needs an 87 or higher.
Ryan, I thought it was really dark outside and the lights weren't really working. I just realized the windows are tinted.
Yes, we are
we're in the back cave.
We are in the back cave.
Michael Essa Autosports, Achilles Radial, Bimmer. Recce run here for the former champ. Again, second in points right now. Really doing a good job. I think his car is one of the most densest smoke producers in the Formula Drift field. Would you agree, Ryan?
Yes, Doctor, I would concur.
Scalpel. Scrub in, Sage. 87.
There you go.
So an 87 puts him into 4th. That's exactly where it needs to be.
Now you're gonna see what's kind of starting to take effect here, Jared, is the tiebreakers.
Yep.
So 87 would have got him into 5th place, but it's getting him into 4th because he has the higher the higher first run. So in the case of like Justin Pollock, we knew that he was not going to hold in that 1st place position because unless James Dean gets a 0 on his final run, that's going to be the only way that they're going to have a tie that will have to go to another category. Assuming James Dean gets a score, he'll break the tie of 1st there. But so we're going to see this come into effect, and let's see how Michael Essa does here on his 2nd run.
Michael Essa, 2nd run. Essa Autosports, Achilles Radial, BMW. Coming down the straightaway. Boom, initiates. Woo, look at this. All right, so as the judges said, you know, kind of forego that first portion, now diving in. Back bumper deep. An earlier transition past that front clip. I think he got out of shape there, potentially uncomfortable. Knocks over the 2nd front clip. Now, I mean, again, look how dense this smoke is. Knocks out that front clip and knocks off, looks to be like his front bumper, but and just shoves it out of the way. Boop.
Well, and looking at some of the scores up there, you can see how tight the field is right here. From 21st place to 1st place is basically about 12 points. So Michael Essa has a 79, I believe, from run number 1. Excuse me, 76 on run number 1. He does a great job with his angle, but right there he has a little bit of a flub, and then you can see he tries to avoid that first inside clip, and it actually caused him to straighten. He might have been better just hitting that clip and driving through it and then getting out to the touch and go. So there's going to be a little bit of a mistake there. We'll see if he betters the 76. He wanted to get into that top 5, top 7. I'm not sure that's going to do it. But Michael Essa is now done for the day, and we'll wait to see where he goes. And James Dean leaving the line and not getting a 0 will solidify his 1st place qualification, unless we'll take a look at Christoph Bluse's 2nd run. What did Bluse have on a 2nd run? 88. So they both had 88. So James Dean needs to have a better score here in order to solidify 1st place.
A better score than Christoph's other score.
Yeah, and what did Christoph have on his 2nd run? On both runs? Okay,
so he needs an 83.
He needs an 83.
Okay, all right. So what do you got, Diener? Mean Dean Machine James Dean from Full of Steam. He's about to ream, see what he can do. Maybe he's full of cream like the cookies that you just ate.
Just threw freestyle?
I'm just dropping bombs, dude.
Nice.
Michael Essa, 76 to 76. That was his 1st run, a 75 on his 2nd. So 20th place. James Dean on his recce run. So just to clarify, he is shooting for that number 1 spot. Justin Pollock, James Dean, Christoph's all in the mix, but Pollock had a 0 on his other run other than an 88, an 82 for Dean on his 1st run. So an 83 is needed in order to call what it is, trump Christoph Blush. Throwing some sparks. Local time here, just right after 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. or right here at 9 p.m. local time. Yeah, good night. Thanks for watching from North Africa. Mo Tai, Chev Mal 71. You're probably already asleep.
Look at those. Look at the score. Look at the spread here.
80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Wow, look at that. I mean, this is, you know why? I'm excited because that's just saying like it's a party tomorrow.
Yeah.
It is going to be a barn burner, as they say. Where is oh, the pizza with no crust. Here we go. James Dean, 2nd run. He needs an 83 in order to trump Christoph Blush. Now, nice job by James Dean so far. Big angle, you can see the reflection and how close the taillights are to the wall. Snappy transition, bringing to the 2nd outer zone. Whoa, you can see him tipping it, firing off. Nasty transition, and and just a cloud of smoke coming off the Workhouse Drift Team Falcon Tires S15. Is that enough, Ryan? Is that an 83? What say you?
My intuition is telling me yes. Oh, that was
that was
007.
Yeah. I want to do that board to get to know you better.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to come in at an 83 or higher. And let's take a look here, because this is going to be another important moment for James Dean in his 2017 campaign. If he qualifies #1, he'll be building more momentum in that championship chase. You can see he's not making many mistakes here. He had that 88 on his first run. Has a little tiny hiccup there around that second inside clip, but really not much to criticize here from James Dean. He does a great job overall. If he drops an 83 or higher, he will be your #1 qualifier for tomorrow's competition.
Shake it, not stirred. I love you very much, Minnie Penny.
Well, thank you guys again. It's been a blast to show and party with you guys. Round 5 of the Formula Drift Championship. An 88 on his first run. 85 on his second run. So he holds on to the #1 spot. So an 85 on his second run. James Dean is your #1 qualifier. Ryan, look at that. The fans looked in their crystal ball. It was more than 20% said that James Dean was our #1 qualifier. He currently leads the championship. Is that where you think he'd land?
In the #1 qualifying position, I mean, obviously he always has that chance of doing so, but the high probability of doing so given his track record so far. But he has continued to impress. We haven't seen many chinks in his armor, and he's moving forward tomorrow in trying to kind of recapture and establish that advantage that he has in the championship chase. But this is the second half of the season. The guys are starting to learn, James and his tendencies, and we'll see how the bracket lays out. We'll have that posted on the website shortly for everybody, and we're looking forward to a tremendous day tomorrow here at St. Eustache.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, Ryan Sage. Thank you to our judges. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Check FormulaD.com. Of course, the app at Formula D, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, as we saw some exciting things unfold with wet, dry, regardless. It's Formula Drift. It always delivers. Thank you, and we'll send it tomorrow for the 5th round of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship, presented by Blackview Dash Cameras for Jared Deanna and our whole team. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you online. We'll see you another time. Send it. We'll see you tomorrow.